Well, good Sunday, my lovely minions out there. Yeah, I've kind of changed the name of this. Do you guys remember I used to do Steve Sunday School? Well, that was too much alliteration, so I was like, shoot, I'm just going to eliminate the alliteration. Just call it Church of Steve every so often, and kind of just discuss the things that I normally discuss on a Sunday, which happens to be today. So I'm going to do a quick stream. I don't expect this to be very long, but every time I say that, things happen. Just to give you an idea of what we'll be talking about is the prospect that I'm a god. And you know what? There's actually indication of that. Even just as a few minutes ago, just before I went live, I had some technical problems. I hoped and I prayed to myself that I could fix it. And I did. That would be positive evidence that I might indeed be a god. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because just recently, I kind of had an epiphany. I kind of had a revelation, so to speak. I mean, a divine revelation unto myself that the way that certain people refer to me on Twitter, the way that certain people have spent and dedicated their lives to me, and I'm not being facetious here. I'm being straight with you guys. I mean, this is no BS here. I'm just being straight out here. These people have absolutely dedicated their lives to me, full mind and body, for so to speak. And of course, I'm referring to people like Uni and Menace to Sobriety and just recently Negative Exponents. So I'm trying to like make the argument that there is this thing like a rock god, right? Oh, I have cut one of my mics. I only have one mic. Is the audio off? Probably should have asked that before I started. Is my audio off? No, everything looks good here. So let me know if the sound's off. I also have a link to join at the very top. It's an off-air StreamYards container. So if you want to join and ask questions or anything like that, talk about what you want, that's fine as well. But there's something called a rock god, right? And a rock god is basically a musician that is so talented that his fans just worship him as they would like a deity. I mean, shrines and all. So, I'm trying not to be hyperbolic here. I'm actually trying to be serious in some degree, because I'm wondering if these people have like a closet that they open up, and all of a sudden you just find like pictures of me and pictures of me when I was a child, and baby pictures, and people that I've associated with, places I've lived, places I've worked. I mean, like a murder board. It's scratchy. That could be my filter. So give me 1 second here. I'm gonna edit my filters just a second here. I'm just gonna remove them if I'm having that problem for right now, and I'll deal with it later. All right, is that a little better? Oh, that should be really loud. Okay, let me kick that back a little bit. All right, I took off the noise gate. I took off a few other things. Oops, and I moved out that wrong thing. I didn't want to do that. I'm a god, but I'm a very technologically inept god. So fix that and do that. But sound is all. So anyways, I took off the filters, so if it's any better quality now, let me know. The problem is it might pick up background noise, and I have to like really speak directly into the mic more than usual, even though this is a card-ordered mic, but whatever. But yeah, so anyways, getting back to what I was talking about being a god. John says, I thought a rock god is what proved Aaron wrong about rocks being atheists. Same thing. Yeah, no, there's something to be said to be there too. Look, I mean, if rock can be an atheist or a theist, they could believe or not believe in something, right? Or, whatever. So if a rock could be an atheist, a rock could be a theist. That's my reasoning. So does a rock believe in me? I doubt it. Oh, it's worse now. Oh, it's background noise. Yeah, I got a fan problem. I that's one of the things I was having issues with. I was trying to fix the fan problem, and by doing so, I crashed my computer, my video card. One of the fans is super scratchy, and then the case fans are off too. So I'm just going to put the fans back on then, or the filters back on then. So do that. Add a filter. Add this as noise gate, and then add compression. All right, so it should at least be it should be better now. It's the best I can do until I can really kind of. I've tried cleaning the fans with compressed air and even lubricated them. It didn't really help, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to get a new video card because this video card is really good. It's just the fans are going out on it as far as like the noise level, right? So it's 5x5. All right, Kwasa, thank you. 5x5. Love that terminology. That's good CB and aeronautical speak there for you. 5x5 means that, for those who don't know, the signal strength is perfect quality and the intelligibility is perfect as well, or as good as you're going to get, right? So 5x5 is basically saying, hey, we can hear you and make sense of what you're saying. The signal strength's good. So yes, I lube my PC. Yes, I do. I am a giving God. I am merciful unto my computer. It has been good to me. I have giveth back. But no, I mean seriously, I want you guys' opinion on this. I'm not trying to make light of this because it is kind of scary. In some ways, it's frightful that I've had people like Menace to Sobriety for 3 years of his life. 3 years of his life. Let that soak in, right? Wrap your head around that. That his whole timeline on his Twitter has been dedicated to me. He wakes up, he thinks of me. He goes to sleep thinking of me. His wife is sleeping, supposedly. He's thinking of me, and I'm not even kidding here. I mean, this literally happened the other night. So, I mean, what is that any difference between somebody who has some kind of psychological OCD problem with somebody that just wants to, I don't know, I hate to use the word cyber stalk, but it's on that kind of level. But what's the difference between that, who just adores somebody so much and idolizes them, whether it be a rock god or a literary god or a YouTuber? What's the difference if we're going to be talking about God in the lowercase, right? Obviously not a divine origin. I'm not going to have special powers. Although fixing my computer, I did hope and pray, and it did work. So, we'll see. Maybe there might be unbeknownst to me some kind of empowerment that I'm unaware of. I don't know. But what do you guys think about that? I mean, am I off to think it's really weird that somebody dedicated their entire existence to one person out of the millions of people out there, out of the billions of people on YouTube? And I don't know, maybe, I don't know if there's a billion or not, but there are certainly millions and millions and millions of hundreds of millions of YouTubers out there. And for some reason, a person who does philosophy videos and streams with YouTubers to talk about different topics, I have been the forefront of their entire existence, my body and soul. I mean, there's nothing that these people talk about other than me, and when they do, it's very sparse. And none of them get shit right. I mean, it wasn't like they found something massive of me, that I did something heinous, and they ran with it and go, look, Steve is harmful to society because he promotes, not getting vaxxed or something, which obviously I don't do because I believe getting vaxxed. I'm very much pro that. Go get yourself vaxxed. I had Moderna too. But I mean, Moderna and 2 shots. So what is it about me that they decided is so egregious? Now, I'm going to make, you know what? I'm going to let Cheshire make a little announcement if she wants to come in. Cheshire, do you want to make a little announcement? The link is at the very top in StreamYards. Do you want to come in and make that announcement, or do you want me to? I'll leave it up to her. So, yeah, basically it's all my fault for some strange reason that I'm living, rent-free in their head. But it's more than that. I mean, this is creepish level stuff. This is not just, somebody thinking about me. This is somebody who's dedicated, or multiple people have dedicated years of their lives to me. Chess, what's happening tomorrow? You and me as a team? Maybe, maybe not. But when somebody, when somebody goes against somebody that they have an issue with, there's usually a reason, right? They've usually been slighted in some way. I mean, I went after Kyle because he slighted me. I went after Kyle, and I don't mean going after him personally as in something vindictive. I went after him legally because he had stolen quite a bit of money, and he had stolen the channel, the Non Sequitur Show channel. So there was reasons why I dedicated my time and my effort into exposing him for the duplicitous, malicious, lying son of a bitch that he actually is. So there's reasons for that. I can get that. But I didn't wake up every morning thinking of Kyle. I didn't go to bed every night thinking of Kyle. Matter of fact, he very rarely crosses my mind these days. And my timeline certainly is not filled with just all, Kyle did this and Kyle did that. And I certainly didn't take any faux pas that he may have said or things that needed to be corrected or easily fixed and do a Captain Clippy on them and say, oh look, well Steve says something this here and somewhere else something else, and there's a contradiction, and it's like, well no, let me explain this. So tomorrow, Cheshire and I, the wonderful Cheshire and I, have something very special planned for all my minions out there. Chesh, would you like to tell my minions? And you know what? I'm a giving and merciful deity, so I'm gonna say your minions as well, because they kind of worship you nowadays too. You're like the goddess in all this. Chesh, did I break it again? I did. What am I doing wrong? Who wants to produce non sequitur? Anybody but Steve. No, I can. No, it looks fine on my end. Can you hear me, Chesh? Hello? Mute, unmute. Really? Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Can you guys hear? You guys can't hear because I don't see anything on there. What am I doing wrong? No, it's not muted.
Me.
Oh, okay, keep talking. I can hear you for a second, but I gotta turn it up. Go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes. What'd you do?
Hello, that was me. That was something messed up on my end.
Okay, so you're a deity that needs some technological stuff as well. Okay, go ahead.
I was just sitting here thinking about how I was ready to go take a nap.
I'm a deity, and therefore I have knowledge of what you're doing at all times. See, so I knew that you were taking a nap.
You always start these streams while I'm eating.
I do.
I was sitting enjoying, like, just finishing my meal, and you're like, come into the stream, and I'm like, but I want to take a nap.
Hey, you can sleep when you're dead, okay?
Which might be soon for all anybody knows.
Well, with
those people.
I was going to say, with some of these people out there, I know this is kind of funny and comical in a lot of ways, but you guys don't realize how serious some of this stuff really is. I mean, we've been through hell in the last year. We've had people, accusing us all kinds of nasty crap, and there's things in real life. So don't think for a second when we say that we're not concerned about some of these nutters doing something in real life. I think it's absolutely possible. I mean, I would even say it's probable at some point that they will, because this is not a usual behavior to treat somebody to this degree of proportionality of with respect to their lives. I mean, 100% of their lives are dedicated to me. That's bizarre. So anyways, what are we doing tomorrow, Chesh? We're doing something special, aren't we?
Like at least 95%. Tomorrow we have a very special TV offer for $99.99 in 99 small payments. What time are we going live?
99.99. Repeating. 11 a.m. Pacific.
11 a.m. Pacific, which is 2 p.m. in the afternoon Eastern, and we're gonna. Oh God, we're gonna like kind of look into one of these absolute nutcases, and there's just like a level of creep that I'm just not ready for. And it's a special caffeine corner episode.
Yay! You guys want a caffeine corner? We're gonna give you a caffeine corner. Yeah. And by the way, I was not prepared for that last night. I got to tell you, I've never been to that.
Take a vote, chat, and guess which one of these nutcases we're actually going to talk about. So chat, start guessing, and we'll tell you if you get it right.
Yeah,
don't tell him, Steve.
I'm gonna tell him. Let's see here. All announcements should be done by Chesh.
I'm sleepy. Do I need to start a cameo that's like, I will announce your baby's gender for you?
Yeah, that dude.
might just be me be like, hey, yeah, it's a girl, probably. You'll find out more when they get older.
As a girl, probably. You got a 50-50 chance there. Oh my God, what did I start there? Oh no, Steve, binary sex is not binary. Stop, just stop.
That's what I said. You'll find out more later.
Probably a girl. But okay, Tom Sound says Nate.
It's not Nate.
No, that was a worthy effort, Tom. We appreciate you playing.
I feel like that my Dumb Feck Fridays have covered Nate enough, dude. Like,
there's nothing left to be said about. Yeah. Oh, April says Real Entertainment News.
Ooh, no.
Really good guess, but no. Man, but you know what? That was good.
Be on Monday.
Yeah, Monday morning, 11 o'clock Pacific time.
It's like when our usual time is supposed to be, when Steve isn't like all over the goddamn map. Oh, something that you'd said that these people dedicate time to you, and that even when you were suing Kyle, you weren't thinking about him that much, or I guess still are suing Kyle. I guess that's not totally completed yet, but
close.
but we have it on decent authority that that's not the way he was behaving.
Well, that he was thinking about me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, he would
Falling
sit in
asleep
Discord
in
list.
his
Yeah,
Discord.
that's yeah. I mean, isn't that a little bizarre behavior for somebody to sit and listen to a Discord? Just sit there and listen to people, a group of people that we've said always existed. Just talk mad shit about me and praise him
It's
as he's done nothing wrong. Is that's kind of weird just to stroke his ego so he can fall asleep like that? That's weird.
it's like it's a level of beta insecure small dick energy.
It's just so strange. But anyway, so okay, the person they haven't guessed yet, by the way, but the person that we're referring to, I had never seen their timeline before that I'm aware of. I just never really bothered, right? I know this person from a while ago, and the funniest thing is the last DM I had with them was, I don't know, 2020, but it was very civil. They were asking me about Quantum Eraser, which is not the experiment, but the dude that's on YouTube, and it was pretty cordial. And then 2 years later, they've dedicated their lives to me. Okay, okay. Well, I might be a god that I have the empowerment to do that. But you had said you need to check out this guy's timeline, and I was like, man, I got a headache. I really did have a headache, and I was like, I am not checking this out right now. It's late. What are you trying to do? Just freak me out even more. She's like, yeah. And so I did actually look in, and I was like, what is this? It's bizarre because what he does is to me, this guy is a combination between Nate Brody and a Menace to Sobriety. He's like Menace, but he clips like Nate. And so what I kind of want to do is go through his timeline and some other things that he had sent to like Chesh tomorrow.
In before the dude privates his Twitter before Monday because he's a little bitch.
I have it pulled up, so it won't matter if he did. I don't think, unless no, I don't think so. If I already have it pulled up, I don't think it should matter. But
I don't know.
But he has all these clips of that supposedly in his big brain thinks he's like got me, and I'm like, wow, this is stupid. If this is his big evidence that he thinks I'm such a horrible person that he wants to dedicate his life about me, this dude needs some serious psychological help. Serious psychological help, because even his little clips don't. One, they don't say what he thinks he's saying, and two, they're easily explained. If anybody that had a half a brain has been paying attention for the last 2 years.
Well, and the part of the problem with like how lazy he is that he's not capable of explaining any of his shit. So he'll put a clip up, and you're just like, okay, and? Yeah. He just basically steals other people's content to try to forcibly implicate them in something they have nothing to do with.
Yeah, that's exactly what I saw. I was like, okay, what is this clip? What do you think? I don't know what this clip is trying to prove. Brilliant says Trio Monkey. Josh.
What? No. What?
They're supposed to guess, remember?
Does Trio Monkey really like have anything worth? I mean, I talked about him for like
No, that was all you need.
However long that, like the tail end of a stream that I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's all you need on him.
I don't know.
So they still haven't guessed it yet.
Like I said before, I'm surprised Steve hasn't been swatted, and I definitely like think that there's a degree to be concerned for like just the obsessive nature of these people. Like it's different when you're the target. It's weird enough to see it, and like I've said before, we don't. Oh my goodness, Puck!
Pucky, Puck.
Are you dying?
Puck is lonely.
No, he just wants me to take him out. I'll finish my little blurb here, and then I'll take him outside, and I'll come back. But you sit down. You sit. Yeah, good boy. 1 second.
Okay.
So, like, the thing is that his group of people is like, we don't talk about the sheer like veracity or like the just amount of nonsense that gets sent to us or thrown in our direction. Like, if we were to talk about every single thing that gets said about and gish galloped about and just accused of us, I did a 15-minute video talking about one situation that this one woman asked me to talk about. She responded with a 3-hour live stream. And I'm like, what? And I didn't even see it until like a month. Like, it's been almost a year. before I finally came across her video. And so I'm thinking about kind of just watching it for fun in the Discord, but we would be doing nothing but talking about ourselves for 24/7 plus for the amount of we would have to talk about it. It's absurd. And it'd just be the same thing over and over and over again.
And more than that is that, one, it just gives them attention that they crave, but it's two, it's why do we have to address every little thing that's out there when all of it's been addressed before? There's been nothing new under the sun. And if something is new under the sun, then we might address it, but there's just nothing. And they regurgitate the same old talking points for 5 or 6 years, which is pretty OCD. And again, looking over this guy's timeline, by the way, they have not guessed who it is yet. But looking over this guy's timeline, it's like, holy shit, this is like stuff that was already explained how many times before? Or certain things were like, I watched a couple videos of clips, and I'm like, I don't understand what this is supposed to show. As you said, he's like, here's a video clip. Okay, what is it supposed to show? Now, there's an apparent contradiction. Oh my God, no. Which, like I said, I'll be going over tomorrow. But it was already explained. It's like, and this is recent stuff too. It's like, why are you posting stuff that's already been explained? I mean, do they not pay attention to? Okay, let me ask you this, Jess, because this is confusing. I'm an all-knowing deity, God, I guess, supposedly, because the way they treat me. But how is it that they don't know the stuff that's already been addressed multiple times? If they follow us and they literally do nothing but sit there and listen to us 24/7. They look at our timelines 24/7. So how is it they do not understand that these things have already been addressed? I mean, it just seems odd to me.
And they try to say that, like, you're the creepy one for talking about philosophy. It's like, what?
I never even see this guy's page before, so I'm the creepy one. I don't sit there and go to people. I don't even remember even looking at Menace's page until what, a couple months ago. I had no idea that he was that. I shouldn't say that.
Like,
I knew he was psychotic, but
like,
it's different when you see it, you know.
Instantaneous, like if you mention Menace or somebody like completely unrelated out of left field talks about Steve, Menace is there instantly. And this guy is too pretty goddamn close second at the very least. So you know he's just sitting there like searching Steve's name and just smashing refresh over and over again because he's fucking creep.
Tom says progressive liberal.
I think pro-lib? No, it's not pro-lib.
Okay. Original Nielsen says negative.
You're
getting warm. Can we give it to her?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay, yeah. You got
Anybody who said negative or neg or negative exponents, you got it.
You got it. Yay. So, so tomorrow we're going to be going over his timeline because this guy really thinks he's got some gotcha stuff. And this guy, I honestly, like I said, the last conversation I had with negative exponents was in 2020. 2020. Early, I think it was, maybe it was August. I don't know. So mid 2020. And I was like, what the hell did I do to this guy? I never done fuck all to him, so I don't know what the hell made him so nuts.
You haven't done anything to him directly. It's because he's like Unirock's top dog at this point. And like, that's one, that's pathetic, and two, it's creepy, and three, that okay, like, to have his like little rants or whatever the fuck he goes on about whatever his stupid crap opinion is about whatever the fuck that he doesn't understand on Twitter is whatever, and his stupid videos, as much as they are probably against YouTube's terms of service, whatever, I don't care. I'm not gonna strike his stupid channel. I don't give a shit. But there's like another level that I'm gonna go over more tomorrow, and I haven't entirely sort of fleshed out how to lay out and describe what I've noticed, what I've seen, in a way that is conducive to like being easily consumable, because it's so manipulative and so creepy, and I don't know how to frame it in a way that is, I don't know. I'm not really sure how to word it.
I'll say the word. It's predatory.
I'll figure it out by Monday.
It's predatory. He's predatory. But anyways,
predatory. Yeah.
Yeah, it's predatory. We're gonna be diving into this stuff, and I doesn't even have to be very much on his timeline. Just a few things to show that he just
goes out of his way to seemingly misunderstand certain things. But I thought about this last night. I really did. I really put some thought in this, and I said, look, okay, we're gonna do this stream. I'm gonna address, things that he has brought up.
You put like maybe a fraction of a percentage of your brain power.
It wasn't very long. I mean, we're talking 5 minutes. I mean, I did. Yeah, I had a headache last night. I was like, I just want to sleep, so I didn't invest too much time in this. So it wasn't too challenging, but I did think about it for a few, and I thought about it, and I was like, okay, even if everything this guy says was true, is it really normal to invest your entire life dedicated to somebody like this? Especially with all the other things that are, and I know this sounds weird because this is the fallacy of relative privation, or the fallacy that basically, fallacy to worse or evils out there, right? But there's millions and millions of YouTubers out there, and even if everything he said was true, I'm insignificant into the fuckery that's out there. I mean, if I misspeak or I said something wrong, or if let's say I actually did lie or had a contradiction, then okay. And is that something that you would really want to dedicate your entire life to point out that Steve had lied? I don't get this. And by the way, I can show that I didn't. I'm watching one of his clips going, dude, this was already explained, and I don't.
Man, I started watching one of his videos with like people on Discord, and this happened live, so you can go back and see it if anybody's interested. But we watched like maybe 5 to 10 minutes of the video, and all it did was show that I was consistent, and it was trying to show that I was inconsistent. But I'm like, no, that's me saying the same thing twice. I don't. What are you talking about?
Their evidence isn't evidence of anything but their incompetence. I mean,
pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, one of the things is none of them obviously watched the 5 C's. I mean, no, there was one video which does need a little clarification. I'm totally fine with it, but I already clarified it multiple times, so he should have recognized it. But whatever, I'll do it again.
What's the term? It's that they don't. What's the word I'm looking for? What do you when you command? You don't command our respect. You demand our attention.
That's exactly what they do. And they send these things off to people, I guess, right? They go around sending these things off and go, oh, look, here's Chesh lying. Here's Steve lying. And people that don't know us just see this clip and go, yeah, it looks like it. But then, how many people have actually reached out to me and asked for clarification? It doesn't happen very often, but it has happened. When people have said, hey, I've seen this or saw that. Can you expound upon this a little bit? I'm like, yeah, surely. Oh, that makes sense.
These are the same people that bitch and moan that people ought not to be doing the shit that they're doing.
Yeah, do you know how many DMs that I go around saying, oh, look, Katie lied here or Kyle lied here? Do I slide into some rando or something like that? Never.
Can we please, as a teaser, show the screenshot I sent you of Negative Exponent's Twitter? Like, that's the front page of his Twitter.
Right now?
Yeah, just as a teaser.
All right, I think I can probably arrange that. All right. Do something productive. Show a shoulder or something while we're waiting or something.
I'm not on camera, man. I'm currently got like all my goobery stuff on. Hold on, I'll turn the camera on. See, look, I'm all. Oh
my god, can you be any more freaking Canadian?
Yeah, I'm not wearing flannel, but it's because I just took the dog out and he's hanging out outside, and I'm gonna have to go get him in a minute. So I didn't bother. My shoes are still on.
Oh, good grief. Can somebody else come in here and take over while I do this as a process? Because I gotta go. I realized I had this thing open, but the problem is I restarted my computer just before I came on. I told you I was having problems. So I had to restart my computer. So all right, this is his page. But
Negative over here is telling King Keon he's a traitor.
Oh, that's just funny.
He says to Keon, he says, "You're happy being a traitor? There is nothing wrong with reevaluating who you choose to surround yourself with. What you did was jump from Katie, Uni, and Chesh, then betraying the trust of people who treated you like a friend while attempting to claim the moral high ground."
I saw that, but I was like
an anime protagonist? Like, what?
I was like, look, if I'm willing to even, at least even associate with Keon, and of all the things he did with me, who is he betraying? I mean, he's betraying a bunch of trolls. That seems odd to me.
He's betraying the people who threatened him. What are you talking about? Obviously. What do you mean?
You can see that, right?
I can see 4 windows.
Oh, that's not going to work. It's going to be way too small.
Oh, what the hell you're doing?
That's going to be way too small.
There you go. Yeah. What the...
Yeah, but they're not going to see it on the outside.
I can see it on the outside.
You can read it?
You just gotta zoom it in. It's just really small.
And okay, no jokes there, people.
I can see it on the inside and on the outside.
Alright, I'll just make this really. I will make this into an output projector because I'm lazy.
Suck at this. Helios Pretend said, "Why are people calling Steve a god? If his head grows any more, the mass to volume ratio will push him past the neutral buoyancy, and we will have to tie him down so he doesn't float away." Just kidding. Love you, Steve.
Thank you. Well, they're not calling me a god. I'm arguing that it might be
yeah, they do. They call you King Steve all the time.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Emperor Steve, right? God King, right? That's an emperor.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not arguing that that's a divine being. I mean, I'm really kind of pulling.
Thank you. It is a very warm hat. I've had it for a long time. It's one of my favorites.
Ocean's argument of divine of a man god.
I believe I have an equivalent to a graduate level understanding of philosophy, but was told that didn't count. Astronomically ethical. So
this is just a teaser. I'm not going to show any more than this because it just right off front is like, holy shit. Now, this is, I guess.
Let me tell you why this is so funny. These people have this guy and his friends have been bitching and moaning about some lie Steve supposedly said, which he never said, about having an equivalent to a degree in a field of study. Steve never said that.
Well, I said there's an equivalence if I would have finished in nuclear technologies, but I never said anything relating to a PhD at all.
This doesn't make
I said
sense.
I have 124 credits, which is a semester, same as a bachelor's, right?
Yeah, but that's not a degree. That's not a degree.
That's not a PhD. So where did I ever say that I have an equivalent to a graduate level understanding of philosophy? I mean, what I said was I think I could pretty ace the courses. I think I'd be pretty well.
He's trying to be facetious and be funny in trying to parody something you had said, but it's not something you said, so it doesn't make any sense.
I mean that's true. I might have said I can see it now as comedic. Like I like to believe I'm equivalent to graduate level in philosophy, but I know that I don't. I'm undergrad. I've always said that I'm at an undergrad level.
Yeah, but there's a difference between saying, hey, I have about an undergrad level of understanding versus I have the equivalent of, right? So, there's just...
That's true.
People just don't understand, what words mean a lot of the time and what people mean when they say something. There's a difference between Steve... Because they present it as if you're lying about what kind of education you have, or you're lying about how much you know about a topic, as if you're speaking as an authority on anything, which you don't. So it doesn't really.
Yeah, why would it matter? I mean, I don't understand. Let's say I did have a belief that I had a graduate level understanding of philosophy, which I do not. I'll tell you that right here and now. So I mean, this statement is clearly false.
I've never had a single. The last time I took a class of art was in grade 8. Does that mean I am at a grade 8 level when it comes to the art that I do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think what he may have got this from. Again, I don't know what I'm referring to. Because, I mean, sure, I'd like to believe that I do, but I certainly don't. I know that I don't have equivalency of graduate level philosophy. I'm perfectly aware of this. So isn't that the takeaway? I mean, shouldn't a rational person who claims to be a rational, and this, I'm sorry, but Negative Influence used to be an anti-flat earther, and he's become he does the same exact argumentations that a flat earther
I don't know
uses.
that he's ever been actually an anti-flat earther. He just was able to trick JM Truth once by sliding into his DMs and taking advantage of him like a fucking creep. Be back in 1 sec.
And that might be true. But he had said, that seems to imply that I have some kind of level of education that I never have ever said. So I don't understand it. But even if I did, is that worth dedicating your entire timeline to on your Twitter? Is that for somebody your entire life dedicated to somebody because they feel they have an equivalent to a graduate level of a certain topic? I don't understand that at all. And then astronomically ethical. I do believe I'm astronomically ethical. I literally sit and read about ethics and think about ethics. So again, what's the issue there? How is that
worth stalking somebody and dedicating your life to. If you don't think I'm ethical, great. Who gives a shit? Prove it, and that's fine. You might have a completely difficult ethical framework. You might be a deontologist or something. You might be a utilitarian. I don't fucking know. Ethics are pretty subjective as far as what you want to subscribe to as far as an ethical framework. But I mean, do I go around harming people, negative exponents? Do I go around do any kind of physical, emotional, or any kind of thing that would ever harm anybody? No, absolutely not. Do I try to do what is right? Yes. Do I always succeed? No, but I'm human.
They think that you do to Katie or to whoever you happen to be talking about that day. Like, they're probably going to say, like, so look at Steve attacking negative. Like, they think that, or at least they try to present as if whatever it is that you are doing is what they are doing. Right? So there's like, this is very bizarre in that your Twitter does not look like Menace to Sobriety's Twitter. Your Twitter, even when you were talking about KJ as much as you were when you were basically just fact-checking her consistently, which I gotta say props, because that's a lot of work.
Yeah,
it's
right?
not easy.
Right?
It's not easy to try and keep up with the crazy shit that woman says.
I look, you're preaching to the choir, man. I know that it took time for you to do all that shit. I know just
It's
so
a
much
lot.
so much that you have to go through, and it's like, holy cow. And people say, well, that's the same thing. You're dedicated to your life.
No, I'm suing somebody because they have falsely accused me of things. I've never falsely accused negative exponents of anything. I've never gone after him legally. I don't know what the hell he gives a shit about me so much that he thinks that he has to dedicate his entire timeline to me. And I don't care, but it's like, okay, maybe I am a god to him. Maybe he worships me like a god. I don't know.
They seem to think like you look at Menace to Sobriety's timeline and you look at your timeline. These are not even remotely close to the same thing. You look at the way negative exponents behaves in DMs, because people have made some of those things public, and is not the same as the way you behave with people in DMs, even for people who have shown your DMs without your permission, which is something that's a big deal to you.
Oh, wait, and who doesn't show their DMs without their permission? And they're questioning ethics. He's talking about ethics. Look, I have no problem with people showing people's DMs if that's what they want to do. My thing is you need to let people know that ahead of time. You do. So I have no issue with it. People know if they send you something, you have every right to show it. I don't care. That's nothing unethical about that. You make it very, 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 very clear. But all these people out there, I've never showed any of their DMs. I mean, I can't say that. There have been a few times. And long ago, and I've apologized a few times. That is true.
How are you going around? How is like somebody like negative exponents going around saying that other people are in a tribalistic cult, while turning around and telling Keon that he's a traitor and trying to make him feel bad for not hanging out with him anymore? Like, how does what?
It's emotionally manipulative. It is tribalism.
Well, yeah, and he's attacking somebody for not wanting to be part of their group anymore, which is
like cult-like behavior.
I mean, well, Menace did a whole video about it, and it's like, wow, that's a really good demonstration of the thing you do.
They're all like that. They exhibit the exact same behaviors they project on other people, and this is why I find it not just disturbing, but I find it. I find it that they need to go get professional help at this point. And I'm being dead out serious. They need to talk to a therapist. It is not normal behavior to dedicate your life to somebody when they've done nothing against you. And all you've done is take things out of context and willfully try to spin things in order to try to harm them for your own personal whatever, for your enjoyment, for your trolling. This is not normal behavior.
The thing is, like, if you look here, it says, what you did was jump from Katie, Uni, and Chesh. Okay, first off, your grammar, please. Please, that's not how you write that out as a sentence. You mean from Katie to Uni to Chesh, then betraying the trust of people who treated you like a friend. Can I point out that Keon has actually never betrayed my trust.
I don't know if he's betrayed mine.
That's never been a thing that has happened.
He got shit wrong like all the freaking time, but he's recognized that.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know what he would have betrayed. But
before the schism of Kyle and Steve, I'm pretty sure me and Keon had a couple of interactions that were perfectly amicable, and then there was a couple that happened even after that were relatively amicable, and then things kind of got weird and crazy, which is fine. It happens, whatever. But the point is that at no point has Keon done anything to me personally. Like, he's never done anything like that.
He's my trust with the NSS because he was a mod. I have to say
that the guy made, but I'm like, I'm not gonna, even when he was still doing them, we didn't hound the guy. Like, why would we?
Yeah, no, and by the way, I did make it very clear when I asked him that question. I said, hey, Keon, when you did, say all these really harmful bullshit things that you know now that were untrue, did we go after you? Did I do anything to you? Did I attack you in any way? And he's like, no, nothing. I'm like, so where's this narrative that if you go against me, that Steve's going to come after you? Because Keon was pretty fucked up there for a while in the things he was saying, and I know he was wrong, but I allowed him to do his thing without even addressing half the shit. Because dude, you're so fractally wrong. I don't even know where to begin. It's like 180-degree wrong. Heretical's $2 Australian says, just sending my tithe to the Church of Steve. Thank you, my child. Thank you.
It's just that it's that negative exponents here in this screenshot that I'm reading off of is a straight up misrepresentation about where Keon started, where he went to, where he's at, and where he's going. Like, it's just a straight up misrepresentation, and it's a misrepresentation because of. They had no problem when he quote unquote flip flopped from one thing to another. They only had a problem when he didn't listen to them anymore.
Right. And they're going after him. They went after him, so.
Right. The first tweet in this screenshot I'm looking at is Keon said something and the negative exponent says, bro, delete that ASAP, period. I'm sorry, don't you keep saying that people like me and Steve make demands of other creators and tell people what they should and should not do, and say that they should do this, or the cult is telling you to do that, or Steve's the cult leader is telling everybody what to do? Bro, what is bro delete that ASAP other than a demand?
Sounds like Keon stepped away from the cult fold, and they were like,
step in line. And then when Keon said, don't tell me what to do, he's like, oh, you're a traitor. You think you have moral high ground. And it's like, why are you talking like you're the bad guy out of a shitty novel?
Yeah, it definitely is. It reminds me of, they keep on talking about cult-like behavior. They exhibit it. Now, do I think they're a cult? No, but I mean, of course not. But I mean, they definitely have that mindset.
No, I think them misusing the term cult is kind of undermining to people who are victims of cults.
Absolutely,
to be honest.
There are actual people that are actual victims in cults, and they are re-victimizing those people. By the way, Jay showed up. Hi, Jay. Hi, Rose. Hi, Claire. Welcome, everybody. But I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on this because this was, again, we're going to be doing this episode tomorrow. This is a teaser. That's all this is. But you can see definitely from his own bio that this guy.
We got to that just from the bio and looking at one tweet.
That's. I mean, I'm serious. Can you guys help me out and understand why this guy, who I have not talked to since 2020, wants to dedicate his entire Twitter and life to me if I'm not a god? What's the point?
Have you ever talked to negative exponents like in a conversation?
Years and years ago, we were in Hangouts dealing with Flat Earth together. Years ago.
I have never had a conversation with that guy like this. I've only had like one interaction with him in DMs, which are public, and he was like, oh, I have all this information, and I was like, okay, well, make sure you have all your ducks in a row before you drop the information. And then he basically just didn't take my advice, which is fine, he doesn't have to, and then acted like a crazy person. But we'll look at that a little bit more tomorrow. But I just more mean that, like, the same thing with Menace, right? You've never been in a call.
I've never been in a call with Menace.
Call like this with Menace. I've never been in DMs with Menace. I've only ever had these weird fucking public interactions with the guy. So it's not like there's like, who are you and what is your problem?
I don't even know who he is. I don't know his name. I thought Menace was a woman for the longest time. But I mean, again, how does somebody that you've never even had a conversation with spend 3 years of their life dedicated to you? if you're not a
It's
deity.
it's like people who
Not a god.
are obsessed about a story that or a channel or a show, and then they send death threats to the people involved in making the show, as if because the show didn't go in a direction that they wanted it to.
Yeah, that's a good point. It seems like they do take a vested interest in things that have nothing to do with them.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, they
so
watch, and I appreciate that. Thank you for watching, guys. I mean, that's great. I mean, not only do they
Just
watch, they literally, I think they wait all day long for me to stream or me to tweet something. I'm not being hyperbolic here. I'm serious as a freaking heart attack. I believe 100% that these guys sit around 24 hours a day when they're not sleeping or eating or pissing or shitting or whatever the hell they do in their lives. They just sit there and wait for me to tweet something because they'll respond almost instantaneously 99% of the time. From what I understand.
We've kind of seen instances where it seems like they have a schedule of who's on deck to look out for what one of us is doing.
I wonder if they do. I wonder if they actually have a set schedule. It seems weird to even think about that, right? It's like, wow.
I mean, they have a hierarchy.
They have a pecking order.
We know that.
Yeah, they have a
They've
pecking
said
order.
as
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kawasa, so if you drink rum and coke and eat crackers, is it like transubstantiation, and is actually Steve's blood, the flesh, kind of icky? Well, of course, I mean, you guys do know that it's not rum and coke per se. It's Diet Shasta and macadamia nuts. The macadamia nuts represent my flesh and something else because it contains nuts.
That just made me really want a wheel of brie cheese, some crackers, and a bottle of wine.
Partake of me and have brie and crackers. Partake of
I'm
me.
not partake of you, Steve. Don't be weird.
It's brie. I like brie. I'll take them. Hey, look, I'll take them myself.
Yeah, okay. You have your brie wheel. I'll have my brie wheel, and then we'll just drink some wine.
Speaking of partaking of oneself, the biggest takeaway from the video yesterday, Chesh, was your
Ken
question.
Menace suck his own dick?
Yes, yes, it really was. I'm not even kidding. That seems like to be the biggest takeaway from that. It's like, okay, whatever. But yeah, go ahead and get some rum and coke and eat crackers and Kawasa. But
Brie and wine.
I prefer brie. I want some brie.
Brie and wine. You drink wine and have some brie cheese with it.
Do you know what that white coating is on that brie cheese? That white thick layer. That's not. It's not a like a
the rind.
The rind. Yeah, you know what it's comprised of?
More cheese?
No, it's not.
It's what?
It's not more cheese. It's actually a mold.
Well, I don't care.
Penicillium candium. The rind is actually a mold that will form on the outside of that cheese and then put a barrier on it, so the rest, the whole cheese has become moldy. But that actually is a edible white mold. You're supposed to eat it. It's an edible white mold called Penicillium candium.
Even if you told me I'm not supposed to eat it, I would A, admit to eating it, and 2, continue to eat it.
And I'm like, oh yes, I love it. It's not wax. Yeah, it's not. Some other cheeses have wax on it, right? But no, this is an edible mold, and it's really freaking good. So, is
it good for you? That's the next question.
Yeah. It's penicillin, right? I mean, so I would assume that. I'm not an expert on, this particular topic, but I could imagine that, how bad can penicillin candium be for you? I mean, it's supposed to be good for you, I understand. Let's look it up. Good for you. Is penicillin candium good for you?
Maybe one of these stalkers could do something actually useful and fact check you on that. How healthy is the rind of brie cheese?
Well, I guess it's good for you unless you're allergic to penicillin, which makes sense.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like, you know what? Peanuts are really good for you unless you're allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a nutritionist.
Thanks, Captain.
I could point out the things that you really need to know. It's good for you if it doesn't kill you.
I need to know if being part of your Church of Steve includes being blessed by Waxy once a week.
Has she talked about you?
I don't fucking know. I just know that she was going around saying that that she was forgiving people and we needed to be blessed by her. So
wait.
You don't remember this?
No.
It's like a couple weeks ago.
No. Can you?
This was before I went on Kay's stream.
Wait, Waxy was saying that she was forgiving people?
She was forgiving people, yeah.
Of what?
I don't fucking remember. Hold on, let me go find it.
This
It
seems
was
odd to
funny.
me.
Oh yeah, I mean,
It's a little weird. It's a little weird.
Hold on, I'll see if I can find it because I put her in a nun habit and told her to go fuck herself.
Oh wait, I did see that. I saw that picture. I saw that picture somewhere. Show me it, but I'm pretty sure that I saw that picture. But I don't really pay much attention to a lot of stuff. I'm so sorry that I don't because I don't care.
I feel like you saw it, retweet it, laughed about it, and then forgot about it.
Yeah, no, I know what you're referring to now.
Not important at all. It was just stupid and funny.
But this is a good example of what we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Here's me saying I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Getting a little more information. We go, oh, now I remember. But then you have somebody like Negative Influence. We'd be like, oh, look, Steve lied and said he didn't remember, but he knows what he's talking about. He retweeted it. There you go. This is exactly how that kind of bullshit starts because people don't have the 5 C's. So, by the way,
the thing is, it's almost like, I don't know, memory is a thing that exists, and sometimes it takes a minute for people to remember something.
Oh, my memory is atrocious. I admit
weird,
that.
But,
my memory's bad. My clap are $2. People need to think logically. Yep, logically and rationally. Both.
No, I refuse. I don't wanna.
Then there's Casa Marzu. No, that I would never eat Casa Marzu. Never.
Tweet a lot.
You do. You're a tweeter. I've been tweeting a lot more than usual lately as well. But
oh yeah, because her Twitter bio is true ball of wax. I am loyal and kind.
Oh, God.
Exclamation mark. I want to be happy again. Exclamation mark. Tired of all the BS.
Then why don't you apologize to the victims? The victims of your bullshit, Waxy. If you want to have rest, all you got to do is say, oh shit, I was wrong. Hey, Steve, and the rest of the people that you falsely accused of things, to say, hey, look, I was wrong. I apologize. It might take a little bit more than there, but that's a hell of a good start, don't you think? Actually, Scott says, by the way, cheese oxide. I love that. It should be brie oxide. There you go, brie oxide.
That was the tweet. This was from, when was this? This was November 16th.
All right, let me see if I can get that real quick. Gretchen Beach Fried Out says, funding your heavenly choir of angels. The really creepy ones, please. Oh, yes. I like that kind of iconography, Gretchen. So
I just want to okay, listen, if we have a hierarchy of the way this kind of stuff works, we need to have the logistics worked out because I don't understand how prayer functions. So we're gonna have to figure out how that works because I need if the logistics and the lore don't work, I'm gonna have a problem.
We'll figure that out. We'll definitely figure that out. How there's gotta be that weird setup for who's in charge of what prayer, right? What intercessory, whatever they call it, intercessor. What do they call it when an angel or Mary takes the prayer? Incest. It's not incest. It's whatever the Catholic term is. I don't know. But we're gonna have to you get certain prayers dealing with people that want to deal with arts and stuff like that. Please make my avatar look pretty. Oh, Cheshire.
Make my avatar what?
Look pretty.
What am I making?
No, somebody's going to pray to you, right? You take all the you get yourself involved in the prayers dealing with those particular things. Yeah.
Oh. I definitely did a picture of Steve once that was a joke off of Steve McCrae, and it was Steve McCree, and it was McCree from Overwatch, and instead of saying it's high noon, he said it's logic o'clock.
Yeah. So I do remember seeing this, right? So you mentioned it to me, but I didn't know what the hell it was about. I just retweet
thought
stuff.
It was funny.
Oh yeah, but I now that you put 2 and 2 together, it makes a little more sense why you did it.
Yeah, she was in some stream and was like, "Oh, it's okay. I forgive you guys for coming at me or whatever the fuck." It was. She wasn't talking about us. She was talking about general watchers.
Yeah, I get it because obviously we never came after her. Intercessory. Intercessory. Thank you, whoever that was. Intercessors.
I don't know. I just thought it was funny. I was just who do you think you are? What?
Yeah. Well, maybe she thinks maybe she thinks she has divine being. She could be the priestess or pope or whatever. A pope can forgive or priest can forgive. So she has the empowerment to bless and forgive people.
There's something funny. There's a few just funny, silly people out there that are just what?
Hey, Suzanne out there, come in here. Claire, come in
There's
here.
like a handful of people that were like, "Oh my god, why aren't you going after this person? Why are you going after me for the things that I've said? It all came from this person." And it's like, because you're still responsible for the things you said, and just because
Right?
you're saying that you're responsible for the things you said doesn't mean that that suddenly means we're ignoring that this person is also responsible for the things we've said. I've seen so many people claim that, oh, audience members and people have just let person X slide, but they're coming after me. Why are they coming after me? Why aren't they going after person X? And the answer is that no, you're all getting called out.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, if I said, hey, I saw evidence Chesh kicks Puck, and they say, okay, what's the evidence? Oh, I heard from her mom that Chesh kicks Puck. I didn't clearly see anything, and then I'm relying on her mom's, word that happened. But if I rely on her mom's word of that, and I have a good rapport with her mom because her mom's wonderful,
yep.
I can say, okay, well, maybe there's something to the story, right? I can at least give some justification to it and go, what happened here, and find out more about it. Obviously, it could be.
I pet my dog swiftly once in the face with my foot.
Yeah, it could be an accident. It could be a joke. It could if her mom said, Steve, Cheshire kicks Puck, and I'm like, okay, listen, let's check that out. She could say, oh well, she slipped and accidentally kicked, or something menial like that. But if I say I saw evidence, not heard evidence, I saw evidence that Cheshire kicked Puck, then everybody has a right to go, well, what's the evidence that you saw that didn't exist?
I saw when I was a kid, when I was like a very like toddly type kid. I was old enough to talk, but I wasn't old enough to be in school. I ran over to the neighbor's house, and I was distraught as a child. And the neighbor was like, "What's wrong? What's happened? What's going on?" And I cried, talking, and said, "Daddy beats mommy." They were playing Monopoly. They were like playing like card games and stuff, and my dad kept winning. And so Daddy beats mommy.
That's exactly. And again, it's so funny that I like that story because it's so apropos, because words have usages, words have connotations, right? So when
somebody who's a stupid idiot face who doesn't know that these words have these connotations.
But when you go around, if you went around, even as an adult, right? But if you went around, or let's say, you know what? I'll use your example.
My neighbor then went around to the other neighbors, taking this stupid kid's word for what they said.
Right. Same thing. Let's say as a kid, right?
Did you hear?
You told your neighbor, mommy beats daddy. She calls the police, right? The police go investigate, find out there's absolutely nothing to it, rather than her maybe trying to figure out a little bit more that was going on,
I think it would be worse. Like, if she called the police went to investigate, nothing was going on. It was just a stupid misunderstanding. And then they moved on and said, oh, sorry, I just misunderstood and thought this was the safest bet. Then okay.
At least you can understand that, I guess, but maybe.
Instead of calling the police, they went around to the other neighbors and said,
gossip,
oh my God, did you hear about this? No, this guy beats his wife, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's just like, okay, hold on.
You know what? You've just literally described the entire community of Waxy and opinionated.
That 5-year-old told me so.
Yeah. Hey, look, we have a proper atheist in the midst.
All hail Steve, the great one.
Want to kiss the ring? I got to get a ring.
The great.
How far out there?
I am well.
Of the
Thank you.
internet.
How are you been? How is one of my favorite supplicants?
You know what? I'm having a good day. It's a nice, beautiful day here in sunny Australia, and what on earth could I have to complain about? I've got a great God that I get to talk to on a regular basis, and life is good.
Hang on, my mic just.
And even better, Cheshire's here.
Chesh is here.
Hello.
Even better.
So you haven't spent your entire day, your entire Sunday thinking about me?
Of course.
I mean, you're like one of the closest persons as like somebody that I as a YouTuber I get along with. I mean, I really respect you. We get along fantastic. We have a show together, and even you don't spend 0.001% of your time thinking about me as comparative to people like Menace or Negative Exponents or Uni. Isn't that kind of weird? Because you and I, get along. I mean, I really like you, and
Yeah,
I don't think of you that much either, but I do. You come across my mind, but no offense, I don't obsess by you. I don't worship the ground that you walk on for some reason, and I certainly don't. My whole timeline isn't dedicated to you.
It's a little bit disconcerting. I mean, I get that there's trolls out there. I get that there's people who genuinely don't like people, but these guys, girls take it to another level. Like it's.
I think they pass the next level and they move up past that. They're on like the next level of next level creepy.
It's as if their full time job is, what is Steve doing? Yeah. I seriously think that if something were to happen to you, I think no one would be more distraught than them.
They would
lose their purpose in life.
I don't think they would. I think it would make me into a possible martyr, and they would make this weird thing that I was murdered, and you know what's scary? And I swear to fucking God, I do believe this. If I had a mysterious death, I want every one of you to think that it was probably one of them. And I'm not being hyperbolic here.
I would automatically assume.
I mean, you guys hear the sincerity in my voice here. I ain't playing. I am not fucking playing.
Yeah, no, that would be my first assumption. I would probably whenever I found out by whoever it was that contacted me, I would want to get in contact with the police and the investigation. Be like, did you check his computer? Look at this shit.
And it's not even just them, maybe even specifically, but somebody they may have influenced, because they don't realize they might be influencing people even more crazier than they are, which is hard to believe that exists, but they do.
There's a guy that wears your face.
Exactly. Right?
Well, I mean, look, there's a few that I would automatically assume wouldn't have done anything to you or wouldn't be responsible, only because they're not capable and don't have the skills to manage anything like that. I mean, one of them can't even sell.
But they could hire somebody. They could. I mean,
that's true.
There's ways of getting to me if people really want it. Right now, nobody really knows my address, but I am moving again next month. But whatever.
So I shouldn't.
I'm on the run, by the way, Chris. I'm on the run. I've been moving around because I'm on the run.
Well, of course you're on the run. Yeah. I mean, the FBI, the CIA, MI5, they're all after you.
What's the Australian version?
The Mounties.
ASIO. We've got the ASIO.
ASIO, yeah.
Well, ASIO.
I'm scared of them too. So, anyways, Claire Bearer.
I got a clip for Steve to play when he gets a second. Hi, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
Hey,
Claire.
Steve. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. Steve, I got one thing to tell you. If you're going to be walking around in their heads like that, put on your damn stilettos. Make it worth it.
Make it painful.
Gotta get himself a Fitbit.
Get your freaking stilettos on.
Steve only wears his stilettos for me, and that's on very special private occasions.
He's his last birthday. I think Christmas is coming up.
Chris, I'm heartbroken. You're really holding back. This is,
But don't be jealous, because Chris and I actually had private 101 hangouts before. Okay.
Oh, we do.
Oh, shoot. Oh my God. So it's not just a rumor, huh?
No, no, it's not a rumor. We have.
Damn. What
I can go to press now.
Yeah.
So that's a double confirmation.
What happens in a hangout stays in a hangout, isn't it supposed to be?
Steve, I sent you a file on Discord.
All right. What am I looking? Oh no, dude. You sent me a file, and then after that, nope.
Yeah, you should. It's a video file. You should screen share it
Really?
For people to see.
Really?
Just make sure you open it separately, because you don't want to accidentally show our Discord conversations, because those are super secret.
You really want me to go into Discord right now? I mean, I will for you, because you're one of my favorite minions.
Oh my God! I don't know. Can I send it through something else? Here, let me. I'll send it on Twitter. See if I can do it that way.
I don't think you can.
Hold on. I'll send it on Twitter.
Chester, of all people, knows how much I really do loathe Discord.
There you go.
You do.
I do. No, I know. And I supposedly sit around all day long on Discord doing these weird machinations to my minion, giving them orders and directing things.
I'd say if you want to talk about whether or not somebody thinks you're a god,
I found it. I have found it. Wait a sec. So this is Steve's FaceTime? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
All right, let me download it.
Oh no.
Download complete. Exiting Discord. Exiting the ass canister they called Discord.
So there's also the one where they actually think you're an elder evil that's an immortal summoned from the internet, and they're on a crusade to stop.
Which it makes me like a god, isn't it? Though I mean, if they're going to put me at the level that I'm a demon, I can be worshipped as a god, can't
elder
it?
Evil.
An elder evil Cthulhu.
Like, I'm not wrong with that,
I
right?
thought you were like the atheist devil, aren't you?
Apparently.
I thought he was a pope of agnosticism, and then he
Well, that's
just
what I
got,
was
like,
going
up
for.
there.
Yeah.
He got a probably undeserved promotion to upper management.
I
and
went from
everybody-
demon to God. Satan took over, wants to take
You
over.
went
so-
from you were the pope and you ascended.
I ascended.
to demigod status, and then you were locked
right.
away into the internet somehow. And while you were there, you manifest your powers further to reach elder god level.
But you know what's scary, Chesh? If these people weren't so fucking mental, that would be the best fan fiction. I mean, like that's what I expect
I
somebody
want
like you to
one.
write. You know?
I don't want to read the fan
one.
fiction they write about you because it's probably not anything.
Oh, Aaron read one. There's one on
Oh,
Aaron's
I'm
channel.
going to be talking about that. I think on my channel too. I
Hang
have
on,
it.
but what
We are
they
on your
seriously
channel.
they're writing fan fiction.
I'm not
about
going to
you.
do that today.
Okay, I'll send it to Chris then. Hold on, Chris.
Yeah.
I'll go pull it up and I'll send it to you. And you can see her talking about it because she it's a straight up full on PDF that she was
Oh,
reading.
yeah.
It's a
Apparently.
full on fan fiction
Yeah,
and is
that's in a show.
amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely need to see the fan fiction. That's that's going to deserve a reading of.
You're going to have to watch this on the outside, I think, because I can't. I downloaded it as a local file, but I don't think I can share it via StreamYards, can I? Because I go to share. Video file. Oh, wait. Show. I can't. Here we go. Ready?
Apparently. I'm a stalker.
Wait, who's typing?
A stalker.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
that was me.
So
Sorry.
you guys can hear this on the
Yeah, they've
outside?
got a mask on again.
Yeah.
He's wearing your face.
Now, tell me I don't have reason to be concerned when somebody goes to this level of creepiness, of stalking. If a guy did this to a woman, yeah.
Why, oh why, did I ever
freaked
speak
me out.
to Ben Pop? Why did I do it?
Hang on, what's that accent?
British. This is Heretic. Isn't he from Britain? He's one of your, he's one of your ancestor people. There you go.
So that was time compressed down to like a minute. It was like a 7-minute video. It's fucking weird.
It's probably better than the version they've got on Pornhub, but
Probably.
I don't want to know what they're doing with that mask. I mean, that's like next level. That's beyond next level obsession. It's actually quite creepy.
Well, that's what I've been trying to point out to people, and other people have seen it before. But it's just like, look, I mean, do you not agree that when you have that level of psychopathy, especially over nothing, this guy was complaining about, I guess.
I got mad that he doesn't like your definition or the philosophical definition of atheism.
That's how it
See,
started.
that's
how it
the
started.
thing. All these so-called free thinkers. I mean, sure. I mean, this is literally over a definition, which they're all wrong on, by the way.
Which we know, which people know now, but
But it's
Too late,
common.
little too late.
It's common
Yeah,
sense.
Chris.
I mean,
Explain that though. Explain the definition there where they're wrong on that, because I don't think.
yeah,
people
you're
are
a
getting
proper
that.
atheist, so atheists explain to the people.
Because you can, because you
Atheism-
can make it clear.
atheism is a belief that there is no God, or the absence of belief. It's not a lack of belief, but it is an actual position saying there is no God.
Which entails a lack of belief, but yeah, but I mean, yeah,
Well,
so
you've got to have a lack of belief, but I mean, you can just have a lack of belief
About anything.
and still not be an atheist. You can say,
Right.
"Well, I don't believe in a God, but I'm not sure there could be," and then you fall into the realm of agnosticism. But atheism is actually taking the position that there is no God. Which, I mean, for me, I take the position there is no God. I accept, that part of that is a belief position. But it's
and you accept the
people who
burden
just go,
too.
well, I haven't seen any evidence. That whole lack thing. It's lazy argumentation for a start, and it's just trying to copy certain atheist YouTubers out there. But it's take a position. If you're an atheist, you say there is no God. Stand by your position.
I think they've
And don't be
scared
afraid
atheists to do
don't
that.
be
though.
afraid to say, you know what? No, this is not something that can be proved. Certainly not by us as it is at the moment. but this is the position I am taking. Therefore, I am an atheist. Not everything has to be proved and debated.
I couldn't agree with you more on that. That's brilliant. That's exactly what I say. Look, I think Atheist Experience has actually done a disservice to atheists because they've actually prevented people that probably are atheists in that philosophical sense, that believe there are no gods, but for some reason don't want to be able to justify it or give reasons for it or give justification for it, and that has hobbled them in these discussions.
The Atheist Experience is now just the hang up on a Sunday.
That's all it is. Yeah, they've never really promoted atheism per se. They promoted at best non-theism, but they basically were just there to try to have theists call up and
And look, I understand. I understand why organisations will take a position on a different position on what an atheist is. Because,
I get
these
it.
organisations want to bring as many people under their umbrella as they can. So I get that, but I mean, it doesn't have to be the hill they die on. And that being said, if someone says to me, I lack belief, but I call myself an atheist, well, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with them about what they want to call themselves. That's fine. Are they by my definition? Well, no, but I'm not going to stand there and verbal them on it.
You mean you're not going to just go ahead and get a picture of Matt Dillahunty's face and wear it in in
yeah,
and make rooster noise?
Well, yeah, but what's funny is
I wasn't aware that you'd seen that video.
Heretic obviously it all started with the fact that he has logic incorrect, and there's a whole atheism thing. Now Bert Poole, Dr. Alex Malpass, Ozymandias, Ramses II, and myself, all of us had explained to him that his logic were wrong. Now, I'm not trying to put myself on the same level as any of those people by any stretch of imagination. That's not the point. But the point is, I did explain to him, and Bert Poole finally made a very masterful video in no uncertain terms explaining why Heretic was wrong. Nate the lawyer finally capitulated and said, yes, Heretic has been wrong about his logic. Blah, blah, you've been right all this time. Ozzy's been right. That post obviously no longer exists because it's on G+, although I have a picture. I have a copy of it. But he got so butthurt that he was demonstrated that he had a scope fallacy, especially, which
see,
he took personally. He took personally, and he's been stalking me ever since on that.
Why can't people? Why is it so hard for people to say, you know what, this is an opinion I held? Okay, I understand what you're saying, and either A, I still disagree with you, or B, yeah, you know what, I was wrong. I mean, look, when I first came into non-belief, I'll call it, and I started watching things like the Atheist Experience and all the usual stuff that you find. My definition at that point was that a lack of belief was what atheism was. Now, having looked into it, and I guess over time as your thoughts evolve, no, that's not my position anymore, and I sort of accept. Well, my definition was wrong on what I thought atheism was, and so be it. It's none of us are infallible, but the thing is when. The ego in these people, they'll double down, but then they've got all these sycophants that they can't accept the fact that their sacred atheist leaders could be wrong. And it turns into, it's basically people swap one religion for another. They leave whatever theistic religion that they've been involved in, or, if they were, and all they do is they come into, quite literally, the Church of Atheism, and where they've got these deities who are, just essentially these YouTube channel hosts or prominent atheists, and it's regardless of what they say, they blindly follow them. Now, Aaron Ra says that rocks are atheists. You'll see people who call themselves free thinkers who want to double down and argue that, and that's one of the most ridiculous arguments that I think is out there. But people, because Aaron Ra said it, it must be true, and the same happens with and this isn't a criticism of. Well, I criticise Aaron Ra's argument, but it's not a criticism of them as a person, and I certainly don't think they're responsible for it, for how other people act. But it really is, if you want to talk about cults and religions, I mean, far out.
Okay, that's a great point. Let me ask you that question real quick, because I mentioned about rock gods and stuff like that. Of course, it's a little bit tongue in cheek and hyperbolic, but let's go with it. Aaron Ra and Matt Dillahunty, I would make an argument for that they are gods among the atheist community. And we know what they mean by this, right? I mean, they're treated with, a certain amount of respect, a certain amount of reverence, a certain amount of what they say goes kind of thing. And I will say it's a cult.
And there's no issue with them being treated with respect, because, they are prominent people who, and they're both highly intelligent people who, Matt in particular, he can argue better than, he's a great debater.
yeah, no, I have a problem with the respect
Aaron's great on
aspect.
some things as well. But it's similar to how ministers are treated in the church, and this is a problem that we used to discuss, in church leadership is how some people would revere, the pastor or the certain church leaders and start to idolize them. That was a problem that was recognized within the churches, but I don't think it's a problem that's recognized, ironically, within atheism.
Absolutely, and this is my point.
The thing is that there's a little bit of an issue when it comes to the way Aaron and Matt behave versus what they say. So for years, I'm not sure if it's currently the case, but for a very long time, they would say, hey, listen, we're not leaders, we're not like figureheads, we're just prominent activists that have something to say. Don't listen to us on face value. But then if you don't listen to them on face value, they turn around and start slandering you.
Block you, attack you, slander you, and worse than that, they get other people too as well, it seems, because they have a fan base to do right?
Well, they slander you to a group of people that they know are treating them the way they're like, well, don't treat me that way. But then they don't actually
if they're treated,
admonish anybody for treating them that way.
If they're treated like a god.
The thing is that if you turn it around and turn it back onto the followers that Steve has, and I don't mean like the followers like the people who enjoy and watch a show, I mean like the people that stalk him the fuck around. Steve almost takes on this role of the devil, where it's just like, no, we spend all of our time going after this one fucking guy, and half of it, the majority of it at this point, started off of this atheism versus theism thing, and it's so absolutely fucking bizarre.
Well, let me follow where I was going with that for a second. That if they're treated like a god, right, in the atheist community, they can say they're gods among the atheist community. Could I not make an argument? I'm a god among the atheist community, but for very different reasons, because I'm the devil incarnate according to these people.
No, you are the atheist devil.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
The atheist
Which-
devil,
you can make-
please.
you can
Please
make-
don't use the word God.
You
Yes,
can make
it's
the argument
okay.
that the devil's a type of deity to some. He's worshipped in some Luciferian circles.
It depends on the lore you're following.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
use the D&D lore.
I don't know. It kind of throws me, Steve. I really think this fantasy needs to be tossed aside.
Oh, no, I'm going full throttle on this, man.
What you've got to remember is in the sacred books, Second Aaron, chapter 3, it talks about how the righteous shall come together and slay the beast known as Steve. Whose definition,
Mr. Agnostic. He calls me
in thy
Mr. Agnostic.
sight, doth disagree. It's rather heretical of you.
Doth Mr. Agnostic. Kawasa 5001 says, can't they just say, quote, we're atheists when we seek alliance with all who want secular societies? A single sentence can fix their shit. Yeah, well, if that's their goal, but that would, again, first of all, they have to acknowledge certain things that they've been very, very egregiously wrong for a very, very long time. And worse is that they've had that affect people. This has affected me for 6 years because I dare speak out against the gods of atheism. And by the way, I am definitely not the only one. There have been other people. I had Thomas Sheedy on yesterday. He had the same experience, not for the same reasons, but he has spoken out, and he basically got excommunicated. He got exiled. He was branded a heretic among the atheist community.
How do you get excommunicated from not a religion, though?
But they do.
It's a religion. It is a religion. For a lot of these people,
for those people, it is religiosity. Absolutely. And religion,
100%.
Atheism itself is not a religion, but the way they treat it is a religion. By the way, Jay, welcome, my friend. It's been forever and a day. Welcome. By the way, welcome
Steve.
to my
Hey,
side of
Jay.
the world.
Sorry, if you're going to have Jay on the channel,
I'm sorry that he took over your channel. I'm sorry that he stole everything from you. I'm sorry that things didn't work out.
Be careful, Steve.
How
that.
would you feel if I let Kyle Curtis on? Because that's basically what you've done to me.
Yeah, well, the difference is I helped Jay. Look, Jay and I had planned this long before we made this happen, Chris. So I mean,
I know. It was all
partnership.
planned out before I started my channel.
Yes.
Jay,
Absolutely.
you're having secret meetings with Steve.
No,
now
we did all my
too?
telepathy. I'm a
You're
god.
getting really-
I just beamed in his head.
Meetings, Claire.
I was like,
No,
Jay,
Oh my
Take it
God.
over. Take over his
Oh,
channel.
Shit. You know he's all over my channel too. I think
You're
this. I
next.
think this is a damn
Yeah, you're next.
conspiracy. I think we got something new to talk about here now. I think Jay's the god. There it is. Steve.
No.
Sorry.
So apparently, I'm a cult leader. So with Steve
There
being
you
the god,
go.
I'm the apparent cult leader.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've
Steve.
heard that as well. So dive into that real quick. How did, as a
And are you giving
as an
away
atheistic
free
Buddhist, how did
Slurpees?
you become a cult leader? I'm kind of curious.
They do have better cookies, Steve. I got to tell you, I'm a
What do you want?
cult man
Okay,
now.
I can't
I'm
bake.
interested in atheist groups that offer free Slurpees at my 7-Eleven.
I know you guys sway so freaking. It doesn't take much for you, does it, man? Free Slurpee. I'll believe what you want.
No, I don't like Slurpees. Hey, don't go boycott.
The Church of Steve. Hey, look, the Church of Steve will have an
Just
AM
have to
PM
let it
as our
down without
headquarters. That's gonna be our
You know-
headquarters, AM PM. But Jay, yeah, tell me why people are saying you're a cult leader. Who's your minions?
So, God, what was it, Chris? Somebody had said that Hereticals was a cult,
Mm-hmm.
and
Cult
I
of
can't- I
what?
don't remember exactly
there's
who
like
it was.
six
that it-
people in
I can't
it.
remember who it was, but I think there's been a few people who have accused us of running a cult because I don't conform to the. Ironically, because we don't conform to the standard atheist online view, we're a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then that
Mhm.
led me, Chris saying that I was stealing his channel, so therefore I'm the cult leader. So apparently I'm a cult leader.
Well, it's a cult. It's a cult coup. It's a cult coup. There you go. It's a cult coup.
It's
Oh my
a
God!
cult
Say that
coup.
5 times fast. It's a
Starting
cult
to get
coup.
confused just with the sheer number of different leaders these
We don't even know who the hell to listen to any longer. It's like, okay, who's leading for today?
We don't like to call it a coup as much as there's been a schism in the faith.
Schism.
This is why I listen to nobody. This is
I'm
why
sorry,
no
did you
leader.
say that there was a jism in the
He kind of did.
Yes, that as well. Yes.
Yeah, he did kind of did.
It is odd though that there's so many leaders for something that doesn't exist. That if you actually kind of formulate, if you actually had to write this down, it would be the best murder bird of all time. It would be like,
You know what?
New show, Jay.
I can see a Netflix adaptation of this at some point because it's entertaining enough.
oh, this is great. Dude, why do you think I have these things on Sunday? I love the entertainment value of all this stuff. I mean, what else can you do but mock these people and get something entertaining out of it so people can listen to it? Because I know look, Kawasa just said this, and this was the greatest compliment I can get today. Kawasa said, a stream turning into a hangout. This is the best streaming format. Exactly what I'm going for. That to me is exactly it. People are entertained by us discussing these types of things, and why wouldn't they be? I would be. This is the kind of stuff that I listen to.
Because you have a good point there, Steve. You can't have a valid discussion with these people because they're not open to
Correct. Oh,
valid
yeah.
discussion.
Yeah.
So we might as well snark the fuck out of it because that's it.
What else-
Because that's
what
all you
else-
have left.
Claire, what else can you do with something like Menace to Sobriety
Claire,
but be
come on.
snarky?
Besides giving
that
me a
guy.
damn migraine when you even say his name, how the hell you invite me up here and then you do that?
I
What
know. I'm so
I thought you
sorry.
liked me. I
Come
thought you liked
on.
me.
Well,
You know that it's not that they're not open to a conversation, it's that they don't know what a conversation is and are incapable of engaging in one.
that's true.
Mhm.
Possibly
Well, yeah, same thing.
a lack of ability to have a conversation as well.
I mean,
I mean, is it really a conversation if it's just
no.
where Steve's a meanie?
I mean, I actually said to Menace, come on in on Aaron's stream, and he denied it. And I'm like, okay, well, this is your one shot. I don't play these fucking
No,
games.
they won't. They won't come up.
No, I know.
They won't
I know.
come up.
But
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He has said he'll go on Aaron's stream to talk to her. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like begging Aaron. I've been asking her every day, when is this going to happen? She's like, did he really agree to that? I'm like, yes, make it happen. Okay, Claire, do you think it's possible because, again, as a god, that he's trying to protect me? Because he seems to have all this evidence against me.
Wait. You lost me at what? Did you say God?
I'm a
Did you
god
say-
to these people. Welcome to the stream. Did you read the title? You know
I
where you're
mean,
at?
I did. It wasn't I in the
that's not even
stream
an
going,
argument.
shut up, you ain't no God.
She's-
Like, shut up. Like,
she-
you know what? Like, you want me to listen to this? I can't listen to that.
She
Anyway.
thinks she's in your stream,
What-
Chris.
No.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Ask me again.
All right,
I'm
so
sorry.
Yeah. By the way, Chess, she's in that time of the month now. See what she's going to do to you? She's going to take over your shit. Okay. She's,
Oh,
she's
shit,
learning
I
from, she's
can't
learning from
help
Jay.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You do realize that I only invited Claire on as a host of that time of the month just to listen to her laugh.
He does an infectious laugh.
You know what?
I've gotta
I
say,
think
it
that's
is an
the
infectious
exact
laugh.
reason that Chris has me there too.
Exactly.
That's why
I will say, Claire, one of the best things
Claire
we do
for
love about
me
you
is
is your laugh.
basically my living, walking, traveling laugh track.
Yep.
See?
Wow. And I've been selling myself all fucking
We're just
wrong,
using you for your
Oh
laugh.
my
That's
God.
it,
Oh
man.
my God.
Well,
All right, well, what was the question?
What do you-
Go
wait,
ahead.
we keep her on hereticals just for the bear and otter memes and the duck porn.
And the duck
I
porn.
thought it was the duck porn.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes.
really thought it was the
I
duck porn.
saw, but when we were on that time of the month, we got a whole new otter.
Yeah, we
meme.
went. Yeah, we got a whole new otter meme, and we really upped the duck porn on that one. Yeah, you guys got a lot to live up
Yeah.
to.
So
Mhm.
Yeah, a little
okay,
bit.
so now I forgot exactly what the hell I was going to go with any of this to begin with.
Yeah, oh, come on, Steve. Did you have a question for me?
Yes, I
I'll
did.
be serious.
But what
Well,
was
like,
it?
2 seconds. Come on.
I'm trying to think.
Come on, Steve.
You
can do it. You're a
I
god,
think you
right?
can do it.
Yeah.
So much faith
Yeah,
in
you
me.
can do it.
I'm a
come
god
on.
that has a terrible. I am certainly not omniscient because I forget shit all the time.
Come on.
Blessed by Waxy.
No, no.
Come on.
I-
There was a
Stop
question in there.
it! You're not helping. Claire.
She laughs. She laughs every single time. You see what I mean?
I know,
My
and I can't
point is
stop. I don't know.
for me.
Somebody remind me what the hell I was talking about like 3 minutes ago.
Hey, good luck.
Nobody was listening to what
No,
you were saying.
I don't even know why
3
people are
minutes ago.
here. There's no point
No,
in this
stop
stream.
it, Steve. You're going to give me a
I
reputation. as a
think
stream
it was something
killer.
about Claire's obsession with duck porn or
No,
something.
it was something about me becoming
Yeah.
me being if I was a god.
Yeah, that's where we lost
But
it.
I don't
You were
remember.
a god.
I don't remember where I'm going
I'm
with
not-
that.
I am
And you
currently
wonder
really
why I
not
was laughing.
Claire,
Go
we,
ahead.
you, we,
You-
we,
there was-
look what happens when we get off script.
Okay.
I am so bothered right now looking at the outside chat of like, and not the chat itself, but looking at like the layout because it's giving me a headache. Steve,
What?
please.
What layout?
Producer,
What am I
please.
looking at on the outside
Oh,
right now?
I'm sorry.
Counter in the corner.
There we go.
There's like the
I
other
don't
stuff on the
know.
right hand side. There's like these bars that you are not using. There's the live chat. Can you please, for the love of God,
Don't judge
just
me.
cut out the fucking bottom half that we're thank you. Okay, now expand the whole thing so it takes up everything and move the chat and the counter forward so it's in front of us.
Why?
Keep going, more. Take up the whole screen, dude. There you go. You can do it. I believe in you.
Yay!
Yay.
See the way she talks to
Yeah.
me? My
Woo!
minions are really harsh, man.
Please, Steve, for the love of God.
For the love of yourself, you're saying. Again, I'm the.
Well, I mean, look, if she continues to speak to you that way, there's every chance that she'll be dragged
You know
through the
what?
street, and whipped going,
there.
a
Is it-
sinner.
Is my
If
final
you make it a
form. Is
little
that,
bit bigger, I'm happy with that. There you go. You know what? I'm happy with that.
you happy
That's-
with this? This is my final
that's-
form. Okay.
That's
Listen,
fine.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? That actually is pretty good look.
You can put
right
it
there.
down a little bit further
No,
if you
I
want the
already
counter.
did. It-
Yeah,
give it a
there you
second.
go.
There you go.
Perfect. I believed in you the whole time. I knew you could do it.
See, faith. She had faith in me. I'm a god. Yes.
But
No,
But now we don't know how long it's been since Cole stole your channel.
Well,
No,
yeah,
no,
but
we can
I
see
got
that.
vengeance and retribution coming that way. So again, I'm a
Boom,
god.
boom.
You guys are
True.
proving my point that I'm a god. I mean, everything you said. She's got faith in me.
No,
I've had
no.
retribution.
That's a linear jump. We're not going. No, we're not going there.
You just don't want to worship me, do you?
I saw
Well,
somebody come in here. Who
No,
was
I
that?
just I don't worship. No, I don't worship.
Hmm.
But you're all right.
Oh, no, I'm the god of mediocrity. I love that.
You're okay, dude.
I'm for a deity. You're okay.
All I can think is that Steve is going to react to this the way Rudolph reacts to the little girl deer telling him he's cute, and he just like jumps.
There's
in
a
the air and
reason
starts
he has no
flying.
camera on right
Yeah,
now. I see,
by the way,
I see how it is.
I'll be on camera tomorrow. Okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, this I gotta tell you, these
I
are my-
don't pray and beg to God. I make demands.
These legit are my favorite streams. I'm not even fronting. These are my favorite fucking streams. They're fun. They're engaging. And this is what I miss. But anyways, speaking of somebody who has been around for a while,
Are
that
you
I kinda missed,
happy?
Midnight.
Then you're very happy, and you should
I'm
go ahead.
happy.
Ask.
Do you not hear it in my voice?
I do hear it now. Ask the question.
I will rewind the fucking tape here in a minute, but I get. Well, I don't care.
I'm still waiting here.
I
you
like
know.
how our God.
Hey, Midnight, you were paying
Not
attention.
only is he not on camera, but it's also just a black screen.
Black
It's not
screen.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
I
even an avatar. We're
I
not
don't
even worth an avatar.
We worship-
Okay, no,
worship
no.
the void.
Hang on.
Can you let him?
Hang on.
God damn it.
What you're doing
Go
is
on.
what you're doing is you're looking at my soul right now. This is what you're seeing. You're
I
seeing my soul.
mean, you joke, but a lot of people think that about you,
Right?
Steve.
I'm not even bullshitting,
Oh,
right?
do they?
Yes. Midnight's been around like 6 years and shit. He's seen it, all this transpire
Over 4
firsthand.
years.
How many years has it been?
It's over 4 years. I
Yeah,
keep
okay,
track.
whatever. Over
'Cause I'm
4 years,
autistic,
5,
I don't
6
know.
years, whatever. Whatever.
I remember I met this fucker, when I invited him to one of my friends' stream, and he's like, "Dude, how high are you?" And I'm like, "I'm not high. I'm just have a stutter."
Yeah.
He's been feeling bad about it ever since.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not high. I have a stuttering problem. I'm like, man, you made me feel like an asshole. Thank you. But you were high, by the way.
No, I
Well, I
wasn't.
know. Your friend was, though. That dude was freaking
Oh, my
baked,
friend
dude.
was.
He was baked. By the way, he's been creeping around. Do you and him have like a major falling out? Because that dude, did you guys have a major falling out with him or something?
Not a mate. No, what the fuck is his name?
That-
Calcier. I don't know.
I think it was him or one of those guys. In that
You're probably thinking. You're probably thinking of
Cyborg?
Sater. Yeah, you're probably thinking of Sater. The dude hates me. The
Cyborg
dude
Sater, is that
has
his name?
Yeah, the dude hates me. The dude
That
has
dude,
called me a
that dude came
freak
around
of-
sniffing around. I'm like, dude, don't be pulling this with me.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Was it recently?
Yeah, I don't know, a month or two ago, whatever.
Oh well, he hates me. You know, he's been calling
Oh,
me.
I
He's
figured
been
that
calling
out.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, he hates me. Like,
but you know how,
just,
but Midnight, you know how people go around trying to get other people to get on the bandwagon because he associates with those kind of people, and he tried doing that with me, with you. I'm like, Midnight's never done any fuck all to me. Dude, don't be sitting there trying to play this little, bandwagon game with me because I don't play that game.
I don't understand why like so many people are like, oh my god, nobody cares about Steve's opinion, and then everybody's like, Steve, pick
Please
a
hate this
side.
person. Please hate this guy. Yeah, okay.
What?
Right? Who cares about Steve? But they listen to me 24 hours a day when I'm on, or pay attention to my Twitter. But who cares what Steve says? Then why are you paying attention
Nothing
to
happens for a reason. Everything is absolute chaos.
me? It's
Or
always-
an 8-hour stream on like a 3-word sentence you made one time.
Oh, I took a shit
Oh,
and
God,
you
you're
rock
not
had an 8-hour stream, I think.
You're not
You
even
tweeted about it.
kidding.
look. I wasn't. I may have. Let me try again. And Jesh, 1 second. I may not have always succeeded, but I've always tried to be neutral when it comes to whatever the fuck is going on in this community.
Midnight, you stutter. So when you say 1 second, you might as well say 3 hours, my friend.
Fuck you. Okay.
Yo, Art makes the best point in the chat so far. Steve is clearly a god, but not God.
Yeah, exactly. I'm okay with that. That's the
I'm
point.
here for
they
that.
made. Well, Cheshire has faith in me. I've had vengeance against Kyle. I forgive him.
Okay.
Keon.
I have a quick
sort of.
question.
Yeah.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, but
Shesh, why should I bow down to you, the Goblin Queen?
ooh.
To me? You
I have a
should.
question.
I'm
Look
a
at your
god.
avatar. Look at
Yeah,
your
why
fucking
not?
avatar.
You are on a throne there, Chesh. You're trying to
I
say
know.
something here.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to have a fancy chair. It has nothing
No.
to do with me.
you want your avatar to be comfortable?
Steve,
Okay.
Steve, make it full screen. Okay,
Make it-
I'm blind. I want to see that drawing.
All right, make your.
I can just send it to you. I think I have a copy somewhere.
Ew.
Cheshire,
Probably have it.
talk.
What?
No,
Hello.
that doesn't
Yes.
work.
Hi.
How do I?
Hello.
How do I
What?
make you? I don't know what I'm doing here.
Don't
Don't ask me to do shit, man.
Producer.
Nobody knows what they're doing,
I
Steve.
don't.
Steve, God damn it, speak.
She'll send it to you. She'll send
Steve.
it to you.
Wow, I keep fucking up by calling Speed Steve and Steve Speed. The fuck?
Call him Steb.
Step.
Step. Yeah, that's what
It's
Step.
Steb.
I'll
Where the
step.
hell did that come from anyway? That's
Uni,
like
I
ridiculous.
guess. A step.
Probably
Some
Twitter.
idiot.
Yeah.
Somebody mistyping on Twitter and then trying to run with it like they're smart.
Right? I came up with a
Look,
killer
it's
nickname for
Twitter. What the
Steve
fuck
for
do
the
you
mistype.
expect?
I don't know.
People mistype. People
It's quite
mistype shit all the
entertaining.
But
time.
do you remember when Katie wouldn't say my name? She said Stev instead with a sound. She would be like Steve.
Is that where it came from?
No, that's not where the Stev came from. But she.
That was when they called him Sheeb.
Sheeb.
Like
Sheeb.
like she. Yeah, like as in they were calling Steve a girl.
Yeah, trying to misgender me or something. It was really weird.
Wait, and they want to like say everybody else over here is childish. Like,
Well,
what?
that's what I'm saying.
What?
These people do exactly what they project onto others, right? I mean, these people are literally the incarnation of their own machinations.
Nah, not me. I just correct their tweets when they're like correcting other people's tweets.
Oh, don't you love that? Yeah, they a
A
grammar Nazi that gets corrected on their grammars.
You know, I really wish Twitter would add the fucking edit button. Literally every other platform has an
Wishful
edit
thinking.
button.
Yeah, I'm going with it though. It's amusing.
You
gotta pay for it.
But it's a
It's in
paid for
blue.
service.
Yeah, it's $2.99 a month. You gotta go blue, and you'll get your edit button.
Wait. Is that something they're
But
coming out with?
technically, you already have one. It's called like read it before we.
Wait. No, seriously. Is that, wait. Is that something that they're coming out with or that they have?
No, it's out. It's out.
Really?
It's out.
Blue
Where
is-
you been?
I
Oh,
don't,
you
I'm
are
not a blue.
such
I'm
a
not a
bad
blue.
god.
I'm not,
You know nothing.
look,
You
I
know
might be a god, but I'm not.
There's
I'm not good enough
Steve,
to get. Look,
That's my
Shush.
evidence
Claire.
right there. You are
Claire.
no god.
No, Claire. I'm a mediocre god. That's why I don't get a blue check mark.
Steve,
Hey, this is
I'm not
why
gonna
I
God
don't
of
believe in
mediocrity. What do
God.
you want?
This is it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worship you. Fuck off, Steve.
You know what?
I didn't ask anybody to
and
worship
besides,
me.
Steve,
yeah.
mediocre and God is an oxymoron. You cannot use that as a piece
Sure
of
can.
evidence.
Matter of fact,
Evidence. It doesn't work.
But here's the
It
funniest
doesn't
thing.
work.
Here's the funniest thing.
I'm really concerned by the levels of blasphemy that are going on here. You are all insulting my religion,
Chris.
and I am taking offence.
Chris,
Do we have to do penance now, Chris?
Yes.
Chris, hang on,
Put ourselves on the back.
Chris.
a
Chris,
few
will it be
times,
fun? If we have to do penance, will it at least be fun? I mean,
Oh, it'll be fun. Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll
Oh,
be good.
yeah.
Way
yeah.
different kind of church
It's
for
worth
that.
it.
Then I shall just carry on. Yeah. Okay.
Chris,
Can we point out that a god would be a god with or without worshippers? And I have yet to have heard Steve ask anybody or tell anybody to worship him.
and I can't even get a word in. Chris,
When you're as glorious as
God
as
is
Steve,
powerless
you
without
don't need.
worshippers.
yeah, Chris. So
God is powerless without worshippers.
Chris, why I recognize you as a supplicant? Nobody in here are my constituents for my religion. The constituents for my religion and the people that worship me are Menace, Unirock, Negative Exponents, and those people. Those are my minions. Those are my supplicant, my true believers.
They truly love you.
Right.
So then you really are a shit lord.
I am a I am a shitty lord.
He's a lord of shit.
I'm just a shitty lord.
Well,
I'm not saying I'm
God,
good at
he
what
just put name on every piece of feces and Twitter
I'm a
and
shitty
YouTube
lord to the
that I
shit
could
lords.
think of.
That's it.
I mean, jeez,
Look,
man. Okay.
I'm just
Well, I'm not
mediocre.
coming. If those are your constituents,
Yes, they are.
forgive me if I can't stand the smell of your church. I shall pass.
Yes.
It kind of smells like
It's
otter
not for
over there.
everybody, Claire. It's not for everybody.
It's not. Oh God. Oh Lord. I can't.
First of all, you got too many brain cells to be a member of my church, so no offense. You've got to
Well,
kill
thank
some
you.
off.
I'm glad somebody recognizes I have more than a laugh.
Yeah,
Just thank you.
Drink some alcohol or something, or I don't know, but kill some off and maybe we'll talk. Maybe go. Oh no, better yet.
Oh,
Claire.
wait, did you just say, Claire, go get dumb so I can have a conversation?
Yeah, Claire. Hey, no, I got one better. Claire, do me a favor. Just go watch 8 hours of Unirock. Go watch it. I'm serious. Go watch a Unirock stream uninterrupted.
No, wait, I
Come
thought
back,
you
come
liked
back
me.
babbling
How dare you?
and drooling.
How dare you?
Okay, we can talk.
Wait, how dare you? What the hell did I ever do to you?
I'm
Did
saying,
you
you wanna
tell me
have- you
to go
wanna
watch a
talk.
Unirock video? Oh God, I couldn't talk after
What-
that.
okay,
That's
Claire,
like stupefying.
Claire,
That's
before you
stupefying.
go do that, and while you're still intelligent, can you think of a better, more effective way to dumb yourself down than listen to the Unirock? Come on,
I would
Drink
rather go
Foster's.
into.
drink bleach. I don't know.
I would rather go into a coma than watch 8 hours of that shit.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's pretty effective,
You know why?
ain't it?
You know why, Steve? Because I've been here for a while. It's not like I haven't heard it all before. You just have to press replay from like some month in 2019, and you'll get the whole damn thing over and over and over.
Yeah, at least we know it's so funny. We talk about similar things, but at least we have fun doing it, and there's like laughter. Who the hell has fun in those guys?
Yeah, but I don't know. I have to go reevaluate. I thought you liked me. Now you want me to watch Uni and shit? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I have doubts now.
No, said if you want to dumb yourself down, that's the most effective way of doing it. I don't recommend doing it though.
Well, why would anybody want to do that?
They do.
Well, asking the question, why would anyone want to dumb themselves down, is the same question as saying, why does anyone watch Uni Rock?
They're one and the same thing.
Well, because look, until you know, I'll grant them that. I don't want to judge a whole class of people that just might not know yet. But once they figure it out and they still watch, I mean, damn.
Chesh, can I ask you? I really hate to do this kind of stuff. Can I ask you kind of a challenge to that side? Would you care?
Wait, what you want me to do?
I want you to approve of me, approve of my thing here. That I would love to see from that side. I challenge them to have a 2-hour hangout with a bunch of people where they actually have fun for a change, talking about whatever. And with real laughter, like real people. That, by the way, and I won't have to caveat.
Wait.
With people
don't you have to have a sense of humor to do that?
Well, I was going to say, with people that are actually their friends.
That's the thing, is they don't have any friends.
There you go. They'll never happen. That's why.
It's you have to. I don't know if you know this about friends, but generally, like, you don't agree on everything, but you kind of actually like each other, and you don't have like this one weird obsessive hatred over some random dude on the internet that actually like keeps you tied together. That's not
Weird
quite
how that works. Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't quite qualify in the.
Wait! I think you just hit the nail on the head. Maybe that's why we're a cult. Like, we actually all like each other. We have something in common. A little bit of decency and like treat each other fairly and normally. Actually connect to each other like human beings. Like, holy fuck, we might be a cult of humanity. Oh God,
Chris, you know we're going about this all wrong, right?
Yeah,
we should be teaching Steve and Chesh how to go. Please go away. Please.
Yes. You know what? That's the answer, Steve. You need a cloud whisperer.
Steve, you need Revelation 13 to come to your rescue. He will get rid of all of your
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking
Revelation13.net.
Yeah. No, if I would have to mute though, right, Chris?
What am I missing here?
There's no way. There's no way. Oh my God.
We found a guy.
He has magical powers that can make clouds disappear. And
wait, has he been on the news?
Is he? No, I don't think he was on the news.
Oh, because there's these guys that claim they can make
the wind of God.
Yeah, they believe they can make clouds appear and disappear at will, and UFOs appear and disappear at will.
Yeah, but he made another one. He made another one square.
Like he made a cloud square.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
talking to it. He was talking to it. Yeah. Well, they broke the bear with that one. Like,
oh man!
He
has had a blog since 1998.
There might be a little bit of occultism going on.
And his regularly updated website looks like it's from 1998.
It's the gift that just keeps giving. I mean, you could just somebody could run a whole channel off that blog.
I fell into tribalism with Chris because Chris, is into politics, and so he talks about on his timeline Australian politics with people that I have no idea who the fuck they are. But just because he dislikes them, this person sucks. Screw that bitch. I don't. Yeah,
you don't have to know who they are.
Tribalism.
Yeah. The issues are the issues. You don't have to.
No, it's just pure tribalism. Chris doesn't like them. I'm cool with that. That's all.
You are the true God, Chris. Did you hear that?
Does he have the?
I've been elevated to godhood.
Is he a
god that worships another deity?
I guess I'm like a minor god in the pantheon.
I don't know what's going on here, but it's like turning me all upside down.
Turning something, but no. There has to be. There has to be like one monotheistic being that supersedes all of us, like the one above all.
No.
So.
Well,
but that's not really debate you want to have. I don't know.
I think there is somebody pulling the strings on YouTube. There's a YouTuber.
Yeah, Douglas Adams. He did it. Yeah.
No. It's probably Keemstar. I don't know.
Oh, God. didn't know you did.
There's somebody way above us that's it's in charge of all of
I'm
us. We just don't
sorry.
know.
If it's Keemstar, he'd have to be a bit taller. I'm sorry.
It's the unknown god. that
hang
we-
on a second. If I've been elevated to godhood, am I still in the atheist pantheon? I mean, does that mean that I mean, am I under or above or on level with Aaron, or where do I sit?
Pantheon.
I don't know. Where would you sit on the atheist pantheon when you've got Matt Dillahunty in the as a pope of atheism?
I mean, look, I have to be higher than Jimmy Snow. Just so long as I'm higher than Jimmy Snow, I'm good.
Shit, my butt crack is higher than Jimmy Snow.
That's a fair point.
Oh, sorry.
How is by the way, is he even relevant in the atheist
smoke
community?
the weed and consume it through your mouth, not your asshole.
Don't tell me how to. Don't tell me what to do with my body. My body, my choice.
Not until you tried it.
Yeah. But is Jimmy Snow even a part of the atheist thing any longer? I mean, even identify with any of them or anything?
I mean, I know he does shows with a few of them,
But other than that, I mean, who the hell?
I think he identifies with wherever he can grift money.
Yeah.
The line is still his channel. That's all still atheist stuff, and that's all still that whole group together.
But they still do it?
And
Yeah.
people
Okay.
still
I don't follow it,
think
so.
that it's associated with the ACA. So
Yeah, because they get all the ACA people on it. I think it's a fallback plan for if the ACA actually ever say, all right, it's time, we don't want to be the Church of Dillahunty anymore. That's their fallback plan.
What, for Jimmy Snow to
let's
take the
fall back
position?
onto Jimmy Snow and look, it's Matt Dillahunty again. Oh, weird.
I mean, isn't it kind of odd that these people have such popularity they have, and they are what I consider to be evil people? I mean, Jimmy Snow, when I talk about ethics, I think he's evil. When I talk about
Look, they're entertaining and they can communicate, and that's the thing. It's, I mean,
I'm not. Thank you. Okay, I'm a mediocre god. I can be entertaining. Thank you, Chris.
Steve, yes, you suck at communication.
You are the god above all gods. But that's beside the point. But no, I mean, look, it's as much as, like, say, Matt Dillahunty, as much as I'll disagree with a lot of his methodology and arguments. When it comes to debates, I mean, you wouldn't want to be sitting on you'd want to be sitting next to him rather than on the other side of a debate with him, because he can communicate, and he's a good communicator. And you know what? He's found his niche, and he's exploiting his niche, which power to him, because that's fine. There's no issues there. Jimmy Snow, for all the. I don't know how do you describe Jimmy Snow apart from grifter. For all the crap that he puts out, he communicates it well. He knows how to use neuro-linguistic programming. That's apparent, and he draws people in to the point where people do become his sycophants.
It's funny you mentioned that, because he had been a pickup artist, and he's read a lot about these particular topics, how to manipulate people. I'm well aware of that.
Oh no, he uses uses neuro-linguistic programming. The way he uses his voice, his tones, the way hand movements, things like that. He absolutely knows how to use neuro-linguistic.
I'm sure he's read on
programming.
NLP. Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, I would love to have an actual hangout on NLP one of these days. As a matter of fact, I don't know if Dave McGinnis is around. I mean, I hope he's doing much better. I know he was sick there for a while, but from what I understand, he got all better. But he hasn't been around that much, but he was all learning about neuro-linguistic programming as well, but not using it to grift people like Jimmy does.
Jimmy's like a herpy.
Oh,
He just keeps popping up every
Not
now
about
and
me.
then.
I have not had anything to do with the guy in years, so I don't know who you've been.
no, that's true.
Hey,
That's
hey,
probably
wait,
why
wait,
you can't go
hang on,
away.
What's really interesting,
Jay, hang on
is
a
he
second.
had all these accusations come out against him. Now I'm a big innocent until proven guilty, and
Right.
but the same people who have no issues doing work with him after all these accusations have come out are the same people who wanted to knock Dave Silverman down over what was fake allegations.
Yep, I remember that. Hey, Jay,
Yep.
if you think Jimmy Snow is herpes, you might want to be careful who you stream with. Dun-dun-dun. Is that paper? What is that?
Oh,
Wait, somebody rifling through something? But anyways, yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to wrap this up pretty soon, but I just want to kind of make the point that, there's a lot of overlap between, these psycho people worshiping somebody, at least having them on their minds 24 hours, being fixated, that I've seen, happen with religious people. I mean, there are people out there that are just so fundamentally, believing in something that everything else doesn't matter. They're obsessed by it. And religion can be an obsession. Absolutely, religion can be an obsession. Belief in a God can be an obsession. There are people that believe in God. They go to church, once a week, and the rest of the week, they do their thing. Then you have people that every single moment of their life is dedicated to prayer and this and that, which, I just don't get, because if God does exist, I don't think he wants you wasting the one life he gave you doing that shit. If he existed and he just wanted to worship, what the hell did he make you have a life for? He could have done that, in heaven or something, right? It makes no sense for God to say, look, I'm going to create this being that's going to live, up to 100 years or whatever at most, probably 60 to 80 years in the average. And I'm going to create this being, and all they're going to do is spend every waking second of that life worshiping me, and nothing else gets done. Because if that was the case, if all they did was worship God, nothing else fucking gets done. There's no progress. So that makes no sense for God to want that.
Yeah, I just want them to
check your Twitter.
I just want them to be able to do that if that's what they want to do.
Oh,
just don't push it on me. Just like keep it for you, and that's what makes you happy. But that doesn't make me the less than because I don't want to.
But Claire, does that argument make sense that if a God, why would a God want a society of people that all they did was worship them? Because then there's no progress, because all this time is spent worshiping. So it makes sense that he wouldn't.
I have a hard time even thinking about it that way, because I believe more in the individual having the power to have more control over what we believe in, thought, and how we should be spending our time than an entity or a deity, which is one of the main reasons I don't believe in a God. So, so I have hard time even discussing that with you, because I can't wrap my brain around that's possible. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, and it's hard. It depends on the type of conversation and stuff like that. But I think Chris would. I mean, Chris talks about these topics all the time, and I'm pretty sure he would agree on that. Why would a guy want that?
We do. Yeah, true. I don't think he would want the pain that we see in the world today, and I don't. One of the other reasons that it's hard for me to wrap my brain around it is the suffering that I see
the problem of evil is
in the name of religion and in the name of a God. And it doesn't, if they are happy and it's bringing them joy and it's what they want, I'm all for it. But the suffering and the damage that I see be in the name of this is what I have a hard time.
If there was a God, I mean, that God is either evil because we're very much aware of what's going on, or just views us like ants. The way that.
Indifferent. He's either evil or indifferent because it's just too much of it.
Well, that's that's the evidential problem of evil, right? And by the way, if you guys notice the title, Church of Steve, when my supplicants and followers from the other side that seem to worship the ground I walk on, when they abbreviate it, it goes COS, which is the same thing for Church of Satan. So if people will know who the fuck they're talking about.
Did we actually answer that question? And we decided you're not a God, right? You're not God.
I'm not. Well, here's the thing. I'm arguing that there's an argument to be made. I am a God with the way these people treat me.
Well, let's say you have
it's a lower G, by the way, a lower G, not a big
G. Steve's not a God. Steve is the
God, the lower G, mediocre God.
We're monotheistic here.
Okay. I'm the one and only true God of these people, it seems. Because, do they have any other God before me? Because all they do is think about me, right? If they think about me all the time, they dedicated their lives to me, then they have no other gods before me. Now, they might be henotheistic. They might believe other gods exist.
Does that mean that Unirock is like the prophet of the one true God?
He might be my emissary then, wouldn't it be?
Possibly, yeah. I'm thinking so.
God.
Wow, that's a hell of a concept to think of.
Shit, does that make Menace of
behaving the way Unirock is because of Steve? If it wasn't for Steve, Unirock wouldn't be a super duper creepy asshole to all the people he has been to in the past and will be to in the future, because Steve is all bearing of all time. So everything is Steve's fault always.
Always.
Well, okay, and let's think about that. Somebody had said something like, if something happens to me, what would they do? I think they would still talk about me for some strange reason, even after death, for until they die. I just do. I think they're going to talk about me until they die. There's nothing.
What would they do if you went on vacation for like a month?
Hang on.
One of them literally said, "I will go after Steve until the day I die," which luckily for him might be soon, because this person claimed that they had a terminal illness that then they just got better from.
This is true. This is actually true that this person did say.
Isn't it amazing how many people magically recover from that?
Hang on. This person who.
Did that mean Steve cured them?
Claire,
Claire, there's something here.
Claire, this person I have never said a single word to in my life. This person, I don't know who they are. I don't know their name. I don't know where they're from. I know nothing fucking about them. Nothing. But they literally, 5 years ago, supposedly had terminal cancer. They're still alive. Terminal cancer. And I'm not saying whether they did or didn't. That's not the point.
I got better.
But they have terminal cancer, and they literally said that they will be going after me until the day I die. A person they've never met, a person they've never talked to, the person they know nothing fucking about. They have dedicated what remaining life they supposedly had to me. How is that not making me a god? I mean, it's...
Well, it is making you a miracle worker, so I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know the prognosis and everything, but I'm just saying that it's weird because...
And I do hope that they all know that there's a joke, because damn, I can't wait to see Twitter tomorrow.
Well, again, they're paying. Look, Claire,
and I have shit to do. It's not fair.
Claire.
Listen, you need to take a month-long break. They all need to be smited. You just need to be off air for 30 days.
Deny them of my presence.
Just 30 days. Deny them. De-oxygenize these people.
Oh, they'll just keep talking the same stupid
absolutely,
shit.
until
Doesn't
they
matter
die.
if Steve's there or not.
The only
But
if they don't do that, they'll find one other person to go after. And I'm kind of curious, and I want people to vote on this or tell me
who's next.
Who's next? Yeah, exactly. Who's next?
Yes. Why do you want to do that to anybody?
I'm
They're
just
gonna go
curious.
names in the chat. They're all gonna make lists. They're gonna go in their Discord and make a whole big list and pull up files and shit. And here come the memes.
Right.
I really wonder who it might be that they would go after.
It's you.
next.
That's a given.
Oh, it wouldn't be the person they've been practicing on for more than 2 years.
She's backup.
please.
She's a backup god, is what she is.
She's a backup
She's a backup god.
Oh my god! I can't. I just can't.
Sorry,
oh my
Jess.
God, with you.
You're second string. You're backup. You're backup god.
All right.
She's Poseidon to Steve Zeus.
There you go.
I'm not as much fun as Steve, and the reason I'm not as much fun as Steve is because Steve is just
Yeah, but you get a really cool tricorder.
It is baffling to me. Yeah.
Get that fucking cool
baffled by these people,
really am.
and is like, what the fuck, confused, going and like, what is this? Why is this? I don't understand this, and I'm just like, no, that makes complete sense.
To you, it
You're
does.
crazy.
No, it's weird. To you, I believe that it does make sense to you. It does it to me, and I'm not fronting here, people. I talk to Chess daily, and I am baffled by these people. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't understand. And she's like, oh, and she just like, to her, it's like natural why these people would be this psychotic. She understands their psychopathy. I'm not gonna say, maybe she has something wrong upstairs or something, but she at least understands their psychopathy. Right? I don't understand their psychopathy. It makes no sense to me that I would waste my life dedicated to somebody who, one, I've never talked to, two, has never done anything personally against me, that has never harmed anybody,
and that you just hate unreasonable, like
Right,
to an
completely
unreasonable
irrational.
degree.
See, that's
It's Thanos and Scarlet Witch. You took
There you
everything from me. I don't know who you are.
Exactly.
See, that's the thing. I mean, some of the people who were warning me, don't have anything to do with Steve, and if you have anything to do with Steve, we won't have anything. These are people who, when I mentioned it to Steve, Steve's like, I don't know who that person is. Who is it? I've never spoken
swear
to them.
God, I did.
These people are crazy.
Yeah.
These are all the same people that are going around behind things and warning people and making the list and doing all the shit that they're out here saying, oh, they're a cult. They're like organizing against. We're like right out here doing whatever we're doing, like what we're doing like right now. This is it.
This is it.
This is
what we do.
exactly it.
On a Sunday, have fun. That's it.
Yeah. There's no like behind the scenes.
And this was spur of the moment.
It's just like, this is it, a conversation.
Yes, sir.
And you're lucky, idiots, if you get that,
Claire,
because we usually don't waste our time on
Claire,
that.
I literally started to stream a half hour before I did. That's how much planning went into it.
Exactly. But they, and all the accusations about, going behind. But like what happened with Chris, that's like organized harassment.
Yep.
And that's like talking, it's just, ugh.
But there's like 60.
It's ridiculous.
But I only have.
It's exactly organised harassment.
It isn't.
Yeah,
No,
and it's
absolutely, 100% is organized harassment.
To what end? What do they?
They don't have an end.
They're not even shy about it. I mean,
They have no end
it's
game.
like I had the failed beer salesman basically telling me that, come along with us and join the anti-Steve crusade, and we'll pump your channel, we'll do this for you, we'll do that. But they don't even hide that they're full of shit. It wasn't, Steve is a nasty person and we're going to show you all this evidence of stuff. It's just like, come along with us and we'll do this for you, we'll do that for
Come
you.
be with me. Come be a better person.
Take my
So
hand.
we're not be all these
You
people
know what
that
he said
suddenly-
to me?
Oh yeah, because we want to join a group that goes behind everybody else's
Yeah.
back and talks shit and doesn't know what they're doing, and just like try to organize. Right.
I'm not that desperate for friends and viewers.
No, not me either. I'd rather be an independent and stand the way I smell in public. You know, it's not
Smells
right.
like otter in here.
Stop with that. I love my otters. I can't help it when they're wet. They smell like fish and garbage.
Hey everyone, I've got to run, but
Hey, Chris.
good to chat. Hey, I was going to say, Steve and Chesh, while I've got you both on here, in about a month's time, we've got our 100th episode of Six Pack coming up, and we would love for you both to be a part of it.
Honored.
Oh, well, congratulations on getting to 100 episodes of something.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been
Absolutely.
pushing. We've been actually pushing pretty good. We're taking the rest of the month off. Started back on the 7th, and
You know what's so funny? I love the way Chris said "we" when it's actually Jay, but that's it's okay.
This is true. This is true.
He's so inclusive, right?
no, honestly, we would love to get for you guys to join us
Yes,
for our
absolutely,
100th
Jay.
episode.
And we've actually got an award ceremony on that night. We've got the fundies, so there'll be a stack of awards being handed out, and a lot of fun to be had.
I would be
Hey, you gotta
thoroughly
get up
love
on
to.
punch more than polls out then.
Yeah,
we only have a couple.
we do have a month.
No, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm moving to.
And
I'm
Chris,
I'm moving to another location that it's going to be much more permanent, and I'm looking forward to that. And I'll have a nice little area to stream from. I'll set up, and it'll be good to go.
Excellent. All right, well, I'm going to run.
All
Great
right.
to talk to you all, and I will see you all around.
Thank you, my friend.
have a great Monday, Chris.
Always. See
See
you.
you later, brother.
Hey.
You are discharged from my presence, Chris. Oh wait, sorry.
Oh crap! Do we need permission to leave now? Like they said, too many rules. I'm not taking a damn link anymore.
Right? I mean, I gotta codify this shit, man. I'm telling you.
Damn, you're gonna have us pay tithes too and shit. Like it's terrible. Like, are you supposed to give us the rules before we take the
No,
link?
I make the shit up as I go along. That's what kind of cult you're in. it's
Oh,
ever
good.
changing.
Then I get to push back. Oh, this is the kind of cult I'm in. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
There was
I
one
forgot.
time I made a meme. I think it's still floating around, and it was like because it was the same 3 fucking gaggle of yahoos that basically shows up anytime Steve goes anywhere or says anything. These people are on Steve's ass on a stream faster than they know he's there before I know he's there.
They're watching. They're watching
You know what?
right
You
now.
guys, you guys proved it to me when we did AITA. I'd never seen their faces anywhere near my channel. I'm a little itty bitty little bear somewhere. They don't even know I exist. I have Steve there for an AITA, and boom.
And that, by the way, that is no joke. There's some serious stuff. This is what we're saying. These people literally follow me around.
Mhm.
If that's
I
not
made it
cyber
so
stalking, I don't know what is. Because
I
whatever.
put them in the no one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition.
That's what you have to do. You have
No,
to
it
like.
should be
That's how
nobody
we,
ever suspects the syndicate.
This is funny.
That's what we did. We made fun of it, right, Steve? It's
What else
like,
can you
hell, I'm not
do?
going to stop. What can you do? I don't care.
But Claire, let me
Yeah.
ask you, what do they think they're accomplishing? They're laughing
Nothing.
stock at people. People know
Nothing.
they're clowns. People know
No.
that they're clowns at this
Like,
point.
My dying breath will be fuck Steve.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
And by the way, for somebody who was dying, that's pretty
And then
messed up, man.
then they get like personally insulted that you laugh at how absolutely absurd that sounds, and it's
Oh,
like,
I'm not.
no, I think
don't
you're the
even-
weird one here.
Right?
I don't even waste my good humor on them anymore. It's just end. Dot dot dot. That's it. That's it. That's what
you
you're
don't
gonna get.
take the
Like,
layup.
mm-mm.
Yeah, it's easy targets. I get it. No, but it's good that they've gotten to that point of mockery because I mean I've realized
Well,
now that
they don't understand the humor either. Like they
Oh,
just
they're-
don't. I don't
Shocker.
know. I was like, I'm told I had to dumb down my tweets because they don't
well
understand
they
full
listen
sentences.
they listen to Unirock. I mean you're dealing with people that have 3 brain cells between them all.
Can I
But
point out?
I'm really
so-
trying to help them. We're trying to help them by correcting those tweets grammatically, so they can at least get a lesson in if they're going to listen to the bullshit. What? Anyway,
Yeah. Well,
sorry, Cheshko.
Oh, Chesh.
No, I was just saying that Steve still owes me beer from yesterday.
I know you had a lot of beer.
Oh, you didn't pay up the beer from yesterday?
Yeah. Went to
I just don't
bed.
want. I do not want it forgotten.
I'll figure something out. Right?
Oh,
It's
man.
important to me.
Alcohol is your.
You know,
is your-
I have a feeling you're gonna get fired from this God gig like you did the cult one. Like we fired you, didn't we? Yeah.
Fire Chesh?
I have
Yeah.
so many.
No, you, Steve.
How can
because
you fire a deity? How can you fire God? What the hell? I don't work for
I'll
you.
figure it away. I figure a way.
People have been trying to cancel Steve for Jimmy
know.
Snow called Steve a transphobe because Steve was like, "Oh, hey, please be patient with me. I struggle with the grammar of this because it was beaten into me as a child that I have a hard time with it. So if I mess this up, this is a weakness that I have. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm sorry about that." And Jimmy's like, "See, he's a transphobe."
Even to the point where he would analyze my Facebook comments and say, "Oh, look, there's a misgendered pronoun here."
It's like weird. Okay,
Like I went on my way to do that. Okay.
Right, people misspeak all the time. It's very easy to do those things. It's a matter of intent. Like what Jimmy did had
And it's
full
a matter of
intent. What
practice.
Steve
And
did it.
admitting that you make mistakes sometimes is a very human thing for a god
Yeah,
to do. So it's
But
kind
Steve's
of
not
God
allowed to make
to
mistakes.
just be
No,
like,
but-
let me take advantage of this human being a human.
Josh, do you think it's maybe they thought that I was perfect at one? I mean,
No,
negative
Jimmy
exponent.
was
Hang on.
trying to weaponize
Hang on.
trans people against people
no,
he
I
didn't
get
fucking
that.
like for some
Yeah.
reason.
No, that's true.
An
That's true.
asshole.
That's just it. It was just not even recognizing with self-awareness what they're actually doing
But hang
by
on.
trying to something innocent that you're doing and trying to turn it into something else says more about them
I agree. I totally
and
agree.
their behavior.
But-
But you know,
somebody
real-
in the chat. Somebody in the chat said, it was Twisted, said, Unirot can't count to 3. Okay, listen, some of these people can't count to 2. I shit you not.
now that's low. That's low,
Yes.
Chesh. Now, come on.
Okay, no, this happened though.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about it.
happened.
No,
No,
I remember
this
something about this.
There's these 2 women that were trying to get me to have a conversation with them. And so one was trying to get me to come onto their channel, and she's like, "Come on, come have a one-on-one with me and the other person." And I'm like, "Okay, a one-on-one is not 3 people.
Come have a one-on-one with me and somebody else.
It's not what I don't know if you know this, but 1 + 1 plus another 1 is not 2."
No, it's a good Saturday night.
Like, what a bizarre. And I was just, at that point, I had to draw the line to be like, okay, listen, I can't talk to every stupid person ever. And I have to draw the line at what amount of stupid am I willing to put up with today. And it's not fucking
But
this.
Josh, do you think that is possible? Because Negative Exponents, even said he used to get along with me just fine and he used to be a supporter of mine. Do you think that maybe he thought I was perfect and that, when he saw chinks of just, actual humanity?
I don't believe anything
Yeah,
that
I
guy
know.
said on Fiat,
God
so
damn it.
Pixar, it didn't happen. I
yeah,
want to
you're
know
right.
that he ever actually supported you, so prove it.
Yeah, good point. But we're gonna do that tomorrow. So
We're going to, and Negative Exponents, if he wants to be in the live chat and say his shit, by all means. But we're going to go over his timeline. We're going to go over some of the little video clips. We're going to go over some of his DMs to Cheshire and some other people, I guess. It's going to be fun. I'm actually to say I'm not looking forward to it too much because it's.
I'm gonna say trigger warning now. If you get stressed out very easily, please bring your favorite comfort food and favorite drink.
Have somebody to hold you. Get a warm blanket. It's
Get water. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Everything will be okay. Don't worry. You guys aren't the ones in danger, so it's okay. You don't have to worry too much.
Yeah, it's. I look. These are my favorite streams. Tomorrow,
It's gonna get creepy.
tomorrow's the caffeine corner that we're going to do. It's not something that I really enjoy that much doing. However, we're going to make the most of it and we're going to have some fun doing it. But we have to make it very clear. This is some serious shit with these people. There are seriously mental issues going on here, and I see the same type of tactics used constantly against flat earthers or by flat earthers and other people that just want to try to attack people rather than actually, because it's so funny, Chesh. When I went over his timeline last night, correct me if I'm wrong, but have you seen anything about Negative Exponent says, hey, Steve's belief is this, and I disbelieve with that. I mean, I disagree with that belief, and here's the argument. Steve's logic is wrong. Let me show why his logic is wrong. Do you see anything like that on his page? Well, there you go.
Are you serious?
That's my point.
You what?
That's it. So, I mean, they have nothing else but their lives but to personally attack me and mock me for whatever particular reason, which, again, all it's done is shown that
This
they
is
are
the
not
guy
capable of having
who-
a discussion, or should be.
This is a guy who tried to frame and tell Manya and convince Manya that she had a drinking problem. That was Steve's fault, apparently. And that he then, after abusing her and alcoholism and that type of thing, went into her DMs to try and love bomb her and pretend he was apologizing, and then turned around and like just kept encouraging and doing that shit along with fucking his
Wow, that's gonna be fun.
dipshit friend.
And I tried to read some of that, but the font that she uses, Manya, Manya, I adore you. Make it stop. Why would you use such a font? Very hard to
She's
read.
just got to get you back.
Yeah. But yeah, so guys, tomorrow special caffeine corner, 11 a.m. Pacific time. I will set it up.
Get comfy. Bring a comfy
up later
blanket.
tonight.
Have get on the couch. Don't be sitting in a computer chair if you can avoid it. Like get comfy. It's gonna be good.
And I'll throw a little teaser. There might be some movement. Hopefully, maybe Wednesday or Thursday of next week, or give it sometime next week. There might be some really good forward momentum on the Non Sequitur Showcase. Hopefully.
Nice.
Okay, so
Oh,
a little teaser. Throw that out there.
Oh yeah,
All right.
yeah.
And good
We
night,
need to
guys.
know.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining, Claire. Jay, always a pleasure.
Hey, that was fun.
Yeah,
Sorry if it
thanks,
was
Steve,
too much.
Tish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good night.
Yes.